Hello. Hello. Well, it is just a fine and dandy happy Saturday, isn't it? Well, isn't it? Isn't it? Answer me. No, sorry, that's a dumb joke. Actually, I should probably adjust my camera. My close-up. So I'm looking here. Oh, let's do that. Yeah, there we go. Hey. Hi. Now you can see all my pores. You can see my imperfections up my nose. Good stuff, right? Yeah. Oh, but vertical, you don't even know what I'm talking about. Well, whatever. Anyways, just got back from seeing the Minecraft movie, or the, as I like to call it, the Jack Black in a blue shirt movie. It was alright. I mean, it, how do I describe the Minecraft movie? It wasn't as terrible as I thought it was gonna be. Jack Black was the worst part of the movie, if you ask me. Just because it was quite literally just Jack Black being Jack Black, but in a blue shirt. Jason Momoa's character, I expected to be more bothered by his character, but actually I was laughing more than I expected. So yeah, but so when we went down to see the Minecraft movie, I took my kids, my 5 and my 8-year-old, and you know, my wife came as well, obviously. And we're sitting there, we're watching it. Jack Black shows up on the screen. I'm like, ah. But then, like, when he says the line, you know what I'm talking about. The line. He goes, and this group of teenagers behind us in the very back scream the meme line, I am Steve. Completely just like ruining the whole experience with my kids. They did it for all the meme points of the movie, like the chicken jockey, freaking scream, chicken jockey. Hey, Quinn Sports Cards, how you doing? Welcome on in. I'm talking about seeing the Minecraft movie with my kids. What else was it? The lava chicken song too. Like I'd spent a couple days just like, cause I had seen it on social media, singing the lava chicken song to myself. Your friend got in trouble for that? Oh, what, for screaming in the theater? As he should, he or she should. He got banned? Yeah, well, these kids in this theater should have been banned. Like, there was a group of like 10 of them, and they were screaming, raw-throated screaming at the top of their lungs, the whole thing. Like, any meme part, it was completely just overshadowed. You couldn't hear the movie because these damn kids were screaming. I turned around and I told them, hey, shut the hell up. Not like that, because I had my kids with me, but I told them, shut up. Like, stop talking. Quiet. And, so that kind of ruined the experience, but the whole, for the movie part, the actual movie, as I was saying, Jack Black was the worst part of the movie. It was quite literally just Jack Black. He wasn't Steve, he was just Jack Black in a blue shirt, which is mean. I was expecting to be bothered by Jason Momoa's character a little bit more than I was. I actually kind of thought his character was funny, like, good for the movie. I love that they cast a kid with a lisp as the main character. I think that's great. Like, not every Hollywood actor has to be like this picture perfect, like flawless individual. Like, humans have foibles. Everyone's got like, something. And it's not like a really big, like, grandiose statement or anything like that. Like, kid just had a lisp. He did good. Like, I overall, out of 10, I give the movie a solid 5. Like, my kids enjoyed it, what they could hear. But, like the CGI and everything, it all looked great. So, yeah, I mean, it's a solid 5. It wasn't anything to write home to mom about, but the kids enjoyed it, so that's what really matters. So, there's that. Anyways, went on a bit of a tangent there. Hey, welcome in, Foster. How you doing? Cinemas have become terrible to go to. It's insane how people don't know how to act anymore. Dude, absolute freaking facts. Like, I was telling my wife as we were walking out. I was like, yo. Because that's how I talk to my wife. I say, yo, wife. Hey, yo, woman. No, I was like, our 5-year-old and our 8-year-old were better behaved than a group of 10, 13 to 15s. Like, that's insanity. And dude, here's the other thing. Like, some of them were in their pajamas in public. Like, they were in their pajamas to go see a movie and then acting like that. Kenjuan Green, Hang Lee, they'll say hi. Hi, how you guys doing? Welcome in. I was talking about the Minecraft movie. So give the cliff notes on my thoughts of the Minecraft movie. Okay movie. Jack Black was just Jack Black. Like, I could have done without the Jack Black, honestly. But yeah. Yeah, they think they're in their living room. Exactly. They think they're in their living room and they can just act however they want. Screaming out parts of the movie so that my kids can't hear what's going on. Kenjuan says, want to be my friend. I would love to be your friend. I actually need friends. Be my friend, Kenjuan, please. I beg you. So, what? It's okay. Okay, thanks. Hang Lei says, can you say my name? Hang Lei. There. Is that it? Did I pronounce it correctly? I hope so. I've had the showing for Fall Guys and a girl next time just started fucking signing in the cinema. Wait, hold on, wait. I've had the showing for Fall Guys and a girl next time just, I'm not quite putting that one together, Foster. Close fan says hi. Hi, close fan. Kenjuan says okay. Okay, we're friends. It's lore now. What about me? I subbed. Oh, you subbed? Oh, thank you. Thank you, Quinn Sports Cards. Yeah, sorry about that. I don't get an alert for when I get a sub on YouTube while I'm streaming. I've been trying to figure out how to set that up through StreamerBot. I haven't had much luck. So if you sub to me, just let me know in the chat because like I won't get a notification. I'm trying to fix that. But it's been a bit of a pain in the rear end. Sat next to me and she sang. Oh yeah, that's annoying. That's annoying. Quinn's Force Card says I did. Okay, we're friends. We're friends then. Hang Lei says I'll be your friend. Oh, thanks, Hang. Thanks, I appreciate that very much. So what else? So yeah, Minecraft movie, solid 5 out of 10. Wasn't great. It was fun. But will I go to see it again? No. But I will probably, end up buying it for my kids because they love Minecraft. Everyone to be his friend, all sub. Yeah! Listen to Quinn Sports Card. Sub. Friends. Anyways. Let's light this powder keg. I am gonna load up. Not for broadcast. My first time ever playing this game. It looked interesting, and I am down for it. Once I get this game loaded up. Oh, there it goes. Pause that. Then we're gonna... Not for broadcast contains scenes that some players may find distressing. Discretion is advised. You can find... Oh, okay. Ooh, puppetry.
Good evening, I'm Megan Wolf.
And I'm Jeremy Jones.
Enter profile name. Which my... That's kind of loud, actually. There. Yeah, I gotta turn it down a little bit. That's still a bit loud. What should my profile name be? Subs. Pretty please. Pretty please. Pretty please. Pretty please with the subs. Pretty please with the subs. What? Pretty please with the subs. Guys, give me a profile name. What should my profile name be? Oh, you know what? I should probably change my my game for vertical.
But now you start to see, yes, the people never happy. It's never enough.
Oh. I need to set up this text box better. Okay, all right. Let's unlock that. And we'll How's that look? Oh, that looks like trash. Center it. Center it.
We're only getting started.
Good enough. All right.
Good evening. I'm Megan.
Just C-man. Oh, there's no dashes. Okay. Well, whatever. Yep, we'll just go with C-man. How many fingers can you take?
What a wild ride. Well, that's a very
I'm just gonna leave you wondering on that one. Boom. Okay. How's the game audio? Sound alright to you guys? Too low? Not low enough? Options. Vibration. Vibration? Keyboard and mouse? Difficulty normal. Viewer loss. Normal. Auto sensor. Auto headlines. Oh. Content warning.
Are you saying that advanced
Oh, no, I guess I don't want spoilers. Snuggle hugs, overheat. What is all this? What does this mean? What does this all mean?
We're only getting started.
Graphics. Good.
Good
Good.
evening. I'm Megan Wolf.
And I'm Jeremy
V-Sync
Johnson.
on.
Our main headline
TV
story.
resolution full. Ambient occlusion. Shadows. Spotlight shadows on. Okay, good. Alright, so this is for...
What a wild ride this has been.
I hope there's not like a streamer...
That's a very blunt question.
setting. Streamer mode setting that I'm missing. Let's just... Okay, let's just confirm that. Just confirm. Confirm. Let's just confirm it. Let's just go ahead and confirm that. Please. How's my placement, by the way? Does it look alright?
But now you start to see, yes,
Okay.
the people never happy.
Alright.
Never enough.
Play the campaign. Enter the game name.
Cannot believe you, Ellen.
Why are you not... Oh.
Are you saying that
C-man broadcast.
Jog off.
Okay. Continue. Recommended a balanced experience, non-broadcast mechanics, and viewer ratings provide a reasonable challenge. Intern mode story. Yeah, let's just go with normal.
Good evening. I'm
Here we go.
That's all coming up on tonight's National Nightly News.
Bring this up just a bit. Or not. Not for broadcast. And here I am broadcasting it. This resolution is trash. Sounds NSFW. Yeah, I guess we'll see. You know what? I'm gonna use my phone and see if I can stream not safe. Not for broadcast. Okay. All right. It was a joke. I'm sure it's fine. I just want to be sure because you never know. The game has been streamed in its entirety by many high-profile streamers without any problems. Everything is 100% safe to stream. Okay. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna go out on a limb. I'm gonna go out on a limb and try it. Here we go.
Hi, David, I have a call for you. I'm just putting it through.
All right, mate. Dave here. Listen, I know you've only come in to clean up the place, but I've got a bit caught up, so,
Acting.
you're gonna have to run the news tonight. Now, don't worry, it's not hard, and I'm gonna stay on the phone and help you. First, I'm gonna give you a quick tour of the broadcast room, so if you're not doing it already, look forwards towards all those screens.
Okay.
Right, look up at the top. That coloured bar is your audience. You want to keep the viewers going up and not down.
Right.
Underneath that, you've got the screens. The one on the right is the broadcast screen. That's what the viewers are seeing at home. It's
Okay.
only a couple of seconds behind the master screen there in the middle. That's the one you control. Now, the four small screens on the left show the different signals coming from the studio, and you can choose between them using the numbered buttons on the vision mixer at the bottom left.
Right.
Don't worry. I'll talk you through it and you'll pick it up in no time. Now, have a look to your left.
Oh, so you're a moderate. I'm a producer.
These plugs
That's what the
control everything
producers
in the
do.
studio. I've left them set up for you, so provided you haven't filled
I actually do this in real life too. Like I don't run the switchboard, the TriCaster.
Once you've got the power
But-
on, face the front again.
Bro. Okay.
You can see on the broadcast screen that we're in the end titles for the show before us. Fortunately, they go on for fucking ages, so there's plenty of time for me to explain. Oh, right, okay, they're over, so we haven't got long now till the broadcast. Right, quickly, mate, look down under the desk. You can see a load of videotapes on the left. They're your adverts.
What do I do? Oh, I'm a videographer, but I also work any of the three. Wait.
Look up to the front again.
Any three. Come to Bumley. My Salad Weekly. Exercise with ham sleeves. Okay.
Right, won't be long now till the
I do live events where we set up cameras and stuff. We have a TriCaster that offer basically is a switcher just like this. This is a little more analog, but
When you get the signal, select screen 1 with the vision mixer and we're ready to go.
Ah,
Got it.
Mayonnaise?
You know, seafood makes me go out in postures.
Yeah, I thought it might increase our viewing figures.
Every day. You offer me prawns every day.
10 seconds, everybody. That's how I show love.
You're trying to kill me.
And yet you persist. Going in 5, 4.
But now, it's time to join Jeremy Donaldson.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Our main stories tonight.
Okay, we're all good. Next is going to be the throw to the news titles on screen 2. There'll be a countdown, but I'll count you in as well. Just relax, mate. It's all gravy.
Buys Honest Andy's Totally Independent and corners the flowered market. Top chat. Sports fans everywhere celebrate as popular footballer Johnny Hamsleeves wins Sports Personality of the Year. And a spoonful of sugar. Megan will be chatting with movie star Lawrence Blunderclatch.
Okay, I'm just
about
waiting
his
on my
movie,
countdown.
Eradicated.
Oh, I
And,
see it.
Of course, we'll be going live to Advance headquarters to hear what the leaders of this fledgling party have to say on their historic.
Right, button
That's
2
all coming up on
in
tonight.
3, 2,
National Nightly News.
1. Now, lovely, mate. Next
I was
thing is
made
the
for
throwback
this.
to Jeremy with button 1 when that globe in the middle shrinks down and vanishes.
this is actually what it's like too. Like producers will yell, "Go to camera 3," like if something crazy is about to happen on camera 1.
Here it comes. Switch to screen 1. Now, lovely, mate.
But first, the votes are in and it's a decisive win for Advance.
We often get a bit of interference around this time.
This is
mate.
easy.
Keep your eye on the machine at the bottom right. Use that slider that's flashing or your scroll wheel to move the wave up and down, keeping the green bit in the white bit.
But critics have accused him of a severe lack of actual policies and of being deliberately vague. The opposition parties have all conceded defeat to Advance's overwhelming mandate, but have yet to appear publicly. However,
Nope.
former Home Secretary...
There we go.
It's going well. All you got to do now is play the advert at the end of the segment. Make sure you don't play it too early or we'll all get fired. Now the clock at the top is counting you down to the advert. When it reaches 0, press one of the 3 play ad buttons over there at the bottom right. I normally play the first one at the first break and so on, but you can play them in any order you want. I'll count
Okay.
you into it as well, but keep your eye on the clock.
To hear the co-leader's acceptance speech.
And 3, 2, 1, advert.
1 minute back, everybody. Jeremy, I
Okay.
needed to fill after the ads.
What? Why?
Wanker Snatch is running late.
What? Why?
Let's ask him about the election.
Personally, I wouldn't try to confuse him with any big words.
That's the same policy we use with you.
I thought that was our little secret.
That's all right. He doesn't remember anything I tell him.
I'm deeply
Okay.
uncomfortable with your burgeoning friendship.
Love you too.
Yeah.
Wicked, we've made it to the first ad break. You're doing great, mate. But this is where it starts getting a bit tricky.
Yeah.
This next sequence is what we call a multicam sequence, because you're going to be cutting between multiple cameras to keep things interesting.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
down to personal taste, but here's 3 good rules of thumb. 1, try and keep the shot on whoever is
Stay on who's talking.
2, don't stay on the same shot for too long, 10 seconds at the most. So
Right.
if you're on the person who's talking, try and throw in the odd reaction shot or pull out to the wide shot for a bit just to keep it interesting. 3,
Okay.
don't stay on reaction shots for too long. A couple of seconds is usually enough. Then the audience want to see who's doing the talking, yeah? Stick to these rules and you'll be fine. It's not as complicated as it sounds. You've seen programs on television, haven't you? Make it look like those. Might as well get screen 1 selected now. No need to wait for the broadcast to start. Try and stay ahead, mate.
We're coming back from the break. Quiet in the studio.
You should get off, get off camera.
Thank you so much.
10 seconds, everybody.
Okay. Here we go.
Going in 5, 4, 3.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News. Later, we'll be hearing from shock election winners Advance. But first,
Get ready to go to Megan on screen 4.
Okay.
is here with a star of both stage and screen. Megan?
Thank you, Jeremy. Megan Wolfe, culture correspondent. And today I have a guest who starred in everything from Shakespeare
Right,
to
go
the
to
shop
Blunderclatch
shop
on screen 3 when she says his
Enjoy
name.
today.
Right.
None other than Lawrence Blunderclatch. Thank you so much for coming on.
Oh, my dear, I do hope you believe me when I tell you that being with you here today is among
Switch to 2 for the wide now.
May I say, having you here with us is among ours.
Right, now just try and stay on whoever's talking.
Your latest movie, which is called The Medicated.
The medicated, yes.
Wow, what was that like?
Well, as I said to Peter at the Rat, that's Peter Jensen, the director.
Give us a look at Megan's reaction. Lovely. Now back to Thunder Twat.
I've worked with him on several
Damn it.
movies.
I keep, I was going to the wide.
I said to Peter, what a wild ride this has been. And you know what, Megan? I really meant that.
Wow, that is fantastic. And am I right in saying that the character you play in this movie is quite an academic one?
Absolutely right. A scientist.
Was that a challenge at all?
What exactly are you implying? But seriously, yes, you're right. It was a complete departure from my last starring role when I played Sergeant Brock Rockman in Bullet Man. You'll remember that was the
Her face on 4.
soldiers fight for a love.
She looks disgusted.
A love of
Been on that
course,
shot a bit long.
for freedom. I think it's grossed over $1 billion, but honestly, who's counting?
It's a role that saw you scoop 2 Best Actor awards, if I remember correctly.
It's so sweet of you to mention it, but I really am not in it for the awards, although those 3 little statues do take pride of place on my mantelpiece.
With all the others, I'm sure. So, if you're not doing it for the awards, what is it then that drives you?
That is a beautiful question, Megan, and not easy to answer. Like you, I'm afraid. Cut me, and I will bleed. And often, that's how it feels, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Bleeding. Doesn't it? Giving. Suffering for one's audience. I suppose in the end, I do it for the difference it makes. I do it for the people that I inspire. The little people. But most of all, I think I do it for the positive change that I can bring about in the world.
And today, of course, we're in for some real change, it looks like, in the coming few months. What do you make of this historic election result?
Yeah. This dude is something else.
Well, now you're asking. Historic election result. Indeed. Historic is the word. Well, it's difficult, isn't it? Very difficult. But I think I've always been quite clear that when it comes to politics, one should always strive to not fuck things up.
Shit, he swore. Oh, well, don't worry, he won't do it again.
Sorry, I said fuck.
Shit, he did it again. Okay, don't panic. I'll explain how to deal
Okay.
with swearing at the break.
Medicated, which opens next week.
Right,
around
they've
the
stopped the
country.
shot of Jeremy on screen 1 for a VT of the movie clip. You'll get a countdown on the screen, but I'll just let Megan cue you in.
My character, Dr. Lance Hemlock, is faced with a decision that could affect humanity's very
Okay.
survival.
Exciting stuff. Let's take a look. Exciting stuff.
Cool, looks like Blunderclatch is losing it in the studio, but we ain't got time for that. There's more interference coming. It's a bit trickier this time, mate. Use that little flashing joystick to the left of the knob, or hold down your middle mouse or Alt on your keyboard, and as the frequency changes, match it to the white bit by dragging right.
You think I don't know that?
Now we're going to squash the frequency back by dragging left.
Nolans mustn't.
All right.
Think of Carol.
That's Dr. Lance to you, Miss Flanagan.
What the hell? We'll go game until next time. That's all right. Cool.
Next, we're going to change the amplitude.
Thanks for stopping by, Foster.
Same as last time. Little joystick or hold Alt or middle mouse, and this time push upwards. Upwards,
Oh.
mate. Upwards.
But I didn't listen.
Doctor,
I'm drowning, Lance, you said.
you need to see this.
Right, now let's match it back by going downwards.
The virus. The sterility. This formula. This formula.
Is that working?
This is the key.
Oh,
Bloody perfect, mate.
perfect. Heck yeah.
We have to ask ourselves.
At the end of the clip, you'll want to play another ad. Remember to use the clock at the top to count you in.
Okay. All right. We'll play B.
Right, I guess I better explain how to deal with bleeping
Yeah.
out swear words.
Bleep out some swear
As
words.
You'll probably notice the broadcast screen here is about 2 seconds behind the master screen here. When someone says a naughty word, the bleep button lights up like this. 2 seconds later, you'll hear that swear word going out on the broadcast, and you need to hold down the bleep button or the spacebar on your keyboard for as long as the swear word lasts.
I'm gonna try and use my keyboard as much as I can.
Practice getting used to hearing 2 things at once. Just stay calm and you'll get it. And if you can't tell when to bleep, just above the button, you'll literally be able to see the sound scrolling by. All you gotta do is hold it down while the red bit is over the red line. Simple.
Oh.
Of course, if you do it by eye, you'll have to take your eye off the screens. That's why real professionals do it by ear. Most people like to have the volume of the broadcast screen a little bit below the master screen. Let's set it now.
Loose leaf.
Set it now. Okay, how do I do that?
If you don't turn up the broadcast volume,
Oh.
you won't be able to time your bleeps. Good. You're set to start censoring. Like I say, it takes a little practice, but I'll try and help you through it, and soon we'll have you bleeping like a pro.
Bleeping like a pro.
Button lights up, count 1, 2, and hold it down. Remember
Okay.
to select screen 1 now that you've got the feed. Don't wait for the broadcast to go live. That's too late.
That's right.
Use the number
I'm sure I'm gonna forget that at some point.
4, 3.
Welcome back. And I'm told we can now go live to Advanced Headquarters, where the two leaders, Peter Clement and Julia Salisbury, are about to make their acceptance address.
Cut to the outside broadcast. Oh shit, he's pissed. Get ready to bleep.
Well, thank you all for coming, and, well, where do I start? What a day.
They said we couldn't do
They
it.
certainly did.
Remember the 10
Every
second
dirty, low-down, lying,
Oh,
southern
right.
bastard trick they had against us. But you, the people,
Nice.
you saw right through their shack.
I'm sorry about the language there.
Sorry about that. I've had a couple of celebrations.
All right, I'm doing it.
Coarser than a granny's fanny. Coarser than a
Memorably
granny's...
put.
Nailed it.
But to be honest, who can blame Peter for celebrating? Throughout the campaign, you've heard us say that Advance are not a political party. A party is what you have when things are going well. When the country is suffering, you don't need a party. You need a team. A team that can change things.
Okay.
But today is
What's going on in feed 1 there?
Get bored, mate.
a better, fairer future. So perhaps we should all be celebrating.
Except for the rich. For them, the
Oh.
party's over. They shouldn't be celebrating. They should be
Huh?
putting
What
their
happened?
shitting pants on and opening their dusty checkbooks.
Again, colourfully put, but not inaccurate. Before we came out here to address the nation, we used our executive powers to pass the Assets and Wealth Act.
Okay.
Working with the tax office, we have produced a definitive list of every person in the country with wealth into the millions.
You know this sort of, probably you rather you don't. Because the likes of you and me are not welcome in their gated communities.
Tomorrow, we will be introducing a sweeping reform of the tax system in this country. No more hiding wealth offshore,
Okay.
no more trust funds.
This is
or
like sensory
creative
overload for real.
Simpler, fairer, unavoidable, fairer.
Oh, not that one.
All you bastard public school snobs have got nowhere to hide. And earlier today, we revoked your passport. You want them back? You want to leave like you threatened before the election? That's fine. But first, you're going to pay up. You're going to pay back.
Advance are going to turn this country from a nation of warring individuals into a team. To properly fund health and education. To raise the living standards of us all.
The pundits said we'd have to raise billions. But you'll see when we've reclaimed what's ours, that's absolute ferret shite. So to you posh twats.
The people who pay you a pittance to serve them drinks in their private clubs. The people
Alrighty,
whose children
okay.
you raise.
So they've got time to get even fucking richer.
Advance have this to say to you.
It ends today.
We are coming for your sports cars and your mansions and your vineyards.
It ends today.
We will put the wealth of this country back where it should have always been. In the
This guy's just
hands
got
of
a
the people who
got a
created
mug of
it.
beer while on TV.
Today.
Yes, it ends today. And tomorrow, we'll start making it fair again. Just like we promised we would.
And until then, ladies and gents, I suggest we all get pissed.
I can't argue with that. Thank you for your time.
Well, an interesting acceptance speech there from the leaders of Advance.
All right.
And our apologies for the witty language.
Okay, got an ad break coming up.
Out for you in time. If not, someone's going to be in trouble. So, as the country braces itself for new government, that's all from us this evening at the National Nightly News. We'll be back tomorrow with full coverage of the first day under Advance. I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Have a peaceful night.
Right, looks like you've got it now. Thanks for all the
Yes.
help. Gotta go. Ferry's about to leave.
All right.
Won't be coming back.
Nice.
Mate, good luck.
This producing stuff ain't too bad.
Is this some weird fever dream? Am I dying now or something?
You should be so lucky. I'll see you tomorrow night.
Not coming for a drink?
Nope, got a date.
Lucky you. Try not to get
Shut
married.
down, Jeremy. Challenge room unlocked.
When the program's finished, you'll get a broadcast report. It's 3 pages. This first page shows you how well the broadcast went. Each sequence and an overall grade.
Okay.
Remember,
B.
grades mean
I'll take a B.
bonuses, and
The first one is kind of rough, but
if you want to know more about how it
oh, pretty
went,
good,
select more
I think.
info. If not, select continue to move to the next page.
I'm selecting continue.
Right, this is the important page. It
I got
tells
my
you how
full
much you're
weight.
gonna get paid
Current
and
wealth,
how much
broke ass
wealth you
poor.
have overall. That bollocks at the bottom shows you the financial
Facts.
status of our main advertisers. But you don't own any fucking shares. You're a cleaner, for God's sake. So why
I am
would
a
you
cleaner,
care?
it's true. Can I take your job since I just did it?
This is the last page, and it tells you the state of the world, tells you how well the government's doing, and down the bottom there, this one's important, tells you what
This is
Channel 1 currently thinks
this
of
is
you.
applicable
In
for
other
sure.
words, what the boss thinks.
Cool. So I mean, I think everything's good.
All right, mate. Welcome to the archive. This is where you can have a quick look back at what you've done and how it looked to the public. There's 3 sections: broadcast, rushes, and adverts. Let's start with broadcast. Click on it now.
Okay.
Over on the left, that's all the broadcasts that you've done. Click on any one of them and hit load tape. Once it's finished loading, you can use the rewind and the fast forward at the bottom there to help you get to the bit you want to see.
Well, in a few
All right.
moments, we'll be going live to tonight's National Nightly News. But before that, let's take a look at what's
Coming up later on tonight on Channel 1 at 7 o'clock. It's the semi-final of the quotation game, and it's a nail-biting quiz tonight as the team of...
Come on. Is that it?
Or hostile. Controversy has...
I want to hear my bleeps.
astonishing 81% of the popular vote.
I'm not gonna watch this whole thing. Screw this. Okay. Edit note. Can I... Training day. There we go. Okay.
Right. Click on rushes and let's have a look at those.
Rushes.
Right. This is the rushes room. It's pretty simple. The 4 screens you can see, they're going to show you the 4 signals you got from the studio during the actual broadcast. Difference is you can mute any combination of them, so you can have a listen to the stuff you weren't allowed to show.
Ooh, so this is where all the exposition is going to come from.
It's the backstage secrets. Hit back.
Okay. Headlines.
Prawn and mayonnaise?
You know, seafood makes me come out in pustules.
Yeah, I thought it might increase our viewing figures.
I'm Jeremy Donaldson.
Okay, yeah, we don't want to watch that. I don't want to listen to that shit.
Blonde clutch on election night?
Yeah, Megan's pretty pissed off too.
I'm not surprised. The bloke with no democracy.
I'm not surprised. The bloke with the blah blah blah.
I suppose so.
I can't do
10 seconds, everybody.
an English accent, believably at least. Your fragility is leaking.
5,
Ooh.
4,
Ooh.
3.
Okay, so wait, hold on.
The votes are in, and it's a decisive win for advance.
Is that a bug?
The landslide victory.
Policy we use.
Okay, so if the screen's red, he's on air.
I need you to fill after the ads.
What? Why?
Wanker Snacks is running late.
I thought I'd ask him about the
What? Why?
Personally, I wouldn't try to confuse him with any big words.
She said she was 12.
Policy we use with you. I thought that was our little secret.
That's all right. He doesn't remember anything I tell him.
I'm deeply uncomfortable with your burgeoning friendship.
Love you too.
Yeah.
Ugh. Watch a broadcast back in the Rush's room. Yeah, okay, so I did. I'm not gonna watch all of them because I don't want to. I don't want to miss anything though. Why does it take so long to load?
These
Oh,
aren't
probably
my
'cause there's
cards.
off.
Please tell me these aren't my cards.
No, they're the right ones, apparently.
But this gives me nothing, Jenny. They must see that.
Oh no, I think they think he won't have anything to say.
Actually, I'll just...
Oh, for God's sake, come on. It's a huge day. He's not an...
Absolute bonehead.
Uh-oh.
I don't care, Rob. I'm not doing it. I agreed to do one BC interview a day. I made that completely clear when we started. Check my contract.
Hi, I'm Megan.
Oh, piss off. You're on thin bloody ice, Rob.
What a D-bag.
Whole wheat, man. Whole wheat.
We're coming back from the break. Quiet in the studio.
Thank you so much for...
10 seconds, everybody.
What an ass face.
Going in 5,
Ass hat.
4, 3.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News. Later, we'll be hearing from shock election winners Advance. But first, our very own culture reporter, Megan Wolf, is here with a star of both
Okay.
stage.
I want to see the stuff that...
Well,
hold on.
Bless you.
Oh, okay. Come on. I don't remember this taking this long. Oh, yeah. Okay.
And we're out.
Rob, get the car. We're out of here.
Mr. Blundercatch. Mr.
No. I'm shutting this down. What kind of operation are you people running?
Mr. Blunderclatch, I understand you're upset, but we can...
You don't know the half of it. Rob!
Rob!
I'll be at the Dorset.
You
Send
fucked
a
up,
bottle of
Rob.
scotch and a whole ham.
A whole ham. Now, that's what I'm talking about. If I ever get famous, I want a whole ham in my dressing room every time.
I had to. Oh, go on then, say it.
What?
I told you so.
Your hair looked nice.
Oh.
See, this is why you're single.
Rude. Okay. I don't need to watch that one back. And then just adverts. Okay, you know what? Continue. Going on. Day 1. I got the job. Oh. Day 3. You arrive home to find post on the mat, most being nothing more than the usual junk mail. One letter, however, catches your eye. The team wants wants to know you. Curiosity gets the better of you, and you open it. It's a form from the new advanced government asking for information on all citizens. The first page is filled in already. Your name, Alex Winston. Your spouse, Sam Winston. Your children, Charles Winston, 14, and Susie Winston, 19. Well, you muse, at least they've got the basics right. The rest of the questions are left for you to complete. They appear to be mandatory. Question 1. Upon starting a new job... Here, I'm going to move this down so y'all can see. Wait, where is it? Okay. Upon starting a new job, you would be friendly and introduce yourself to your new coworkers, be productive and get work done immediately, ease yourself in and orientate yourself with your new workplace, reminisce with friends about old jobs. I would do like a mixture of both. I think I would probably just get to work immediately. Question 2. A colleague in a different department has confided in you. I'm going to readjust so I can sit a little bit more comfy. A colleague in a different department has confided in you that they've been taking home confidential information. Now, a file of minor importance has gone missing. You would help your colleague cover up their violation, recommend that your colleague reports it, promise your colleague that you won't tell anyone, report the violation to your supervisor immediately. Depends. Is this a good colleague? In a different department, so I probably don't spend much time with them. So, I don't know. I mean, I would recommend that your colleague, I would tell him, hey, you gotta fess up, man. An entire department was fired today for consistent underperformance. I got to adjust. There, that's a little better. Fired for consistent underperformance. Your boss has put in place new targets that are significantly higher than the previous ones. You would leave work on time. Stay late to ensure you hit the first deadline. Leave work early and head to the pub to chat about the changes with your colleagues. Leave work early and head home to see your family. If an entire department was fired for underperformance, I would stay late to ensure I hit the first deadline. At first, it's the annual company barbecue, and you and your family have been invited. You are looking forward to enjoying a nice day out with friends and family. Are washing your hair that day? Well, I'm not. Go if you're free, but wouldn't mind missing it. Have been practicing with your coworkers and think you'll win the talent contest this year. I'm gonna go with this one. Enjoy a day with my friends and family. You've had a long, successful career and are now about to retire. In your speech, you list your achievements and all the good memories you have worked in there. Give an honest review of the pros and cons of the company. Focus on issues and challenges you faced while working there. Refuse to attend. I would give an honest review. Yeah. This is where you guys were kicking ass, and this is where you sucked. In your spare time, you like to relax alone, doing things like listening to music or making models, attend political rallies, and stand up for what you believe in. Encourage and support your children with their hobbies. Play an Olympic sports team. That one. Encourage your children. They are the future. Your ideal holiday getaway would be surrounded by natural beauty, getting away from the strain of the daily. God, these questions. My God. Exploring somewhere from unfamiliar and discovering new experiences and challenges. A structured day out of the theme park, bursting with thrills and attractions for you and your family. A romantic getaway for your partner to a tropical island paradise. Probably natural beauty. Get away from the strain, the grind. It is most important that the government keeps people safe, free, happy, equal. Free. Always. Thank you for your cooperation. Advance knows your time is valuable, and we appreciate your help in leading the nation to a brighter future. Sign my name. Signed. A family matter. What is this? This isn't the game I expected. It's late. Sam and the kids have gone to bed. You're just drying up a favorite coffee cup, a worn-out souvenir of your first trip together. The prince faded, but the goofy face still makes you smile. Knock at the window. Brings you back to reality. There in the garden, clutching a gaudy neon green suitcase, is Chris, Sam's sibling. As soon as you let them in, they sit at the kitchen table, visibly stressed. Chris takes a deep breath. I'm so sorry for bursting in so late, Alex. Chris stammers, but I need a favor and you're the only one I can ask. No problem, what's going on? Are you okay? Should I go get Sam? Yeah. No! No need to worry, Sam. It's you I came to see. I just need 2 minutes. You've heard about the Assets and Wealth Act. I literally work in news, Chris. Not really, must have passed me by. I work in news. So. Chris' fist bangs the table. It's total bullshit. They're taking whatever they want and distributing it as they see fit. No government should have that kind of power. I can't believe they're actually getting away with it. Madness, which is why I need your help. What is exactly you need? Chris's eyes seem to be resting comfortably on the floor tiles. Look, I know it's a lot to ask, but I need to borrow your passport. Uh-oh. He's getting out of the country. My passport? For what? What for? They've taken mine in half the bloody countries, but people always say you and I look similar, so Chris is pacing. I need to leave before it's too late. Once I'm out, me and my money will be safe, but I need to go now before they freeze my accounts. Please, Alex, I wouldn't ask if I had any other choice. Okay, it's upstairs in the safe. Let me go get it, and you can take it. Surely there's another way. It can't be that serious. Oh, dude, I don't know. Like, that's literally my name and my face, and by doing that, you're gonna friggin' put me and my family at risk, so surely there's another way. Chris's mouth falls open. See, why wouldn't you want me to tell your sister? So that's the thing. Chris's mouth falls open. You're joking, right? I've always done right by you and Sam. I've treated your children like they were my own. We're family. Does that mean nothing to you? Ugh. Dude, I don't know. Oh, this is a tough one. Nah, it's against the law. Can't help you. I'm sorry, buddy. Fine, solve this myself, Chris spits. So much for family loyalty, eh? Grabbing the nigh-on fluorescent suitcase, Chris disappears into the night. You go back to the dishes, packing up Sam's cup again. Peeling face now seems to bore into you. Not in your stomach tightens. Screw the 1%. I'm keeping my passport. Alright. Now we can move this back up. Oh, you know what? Hold on. I need to find a better place to put this. You can't even see that screen. Huh. Okay. That'll have to do. Just, this is what's being broadcast, so. Nope. Ooh, I got a little trophy. Nice. Is that me? Is one of these me? Cake sale. Ooh. Hold on there. Staff drinks, 8 p.m. downstairs at the bar. Hold on, I'm gonna look around here. Can I not? Dave was here. Dave! I guess I can't look anywhere other than the phone. Dave!
Let's get set up and get on with it, eh? So I can get back to my guests. First of all, let's get the power on.
Okay, power.
Come on, mate, on your left. The plugs and stuff. You need to get at least the bottom 4 plugs on. Right, let's
Power.
load up the adverts.
Okay, adverts.
You might want to have a bit of a think about it. Your decisions have consequences, don't they?
Okay, so not Mr. Snugglehugs. You know what? You know what? Not gonna play Mr. Snugglehugs, not yet. But I will. Okay.
Right, you can see they finally got the old headline system up and working again. And the vision mixer's already in headline mode because headlines always come at the start. It's really simple, mate. These 2 buttons at the bottom of the vision mixer, you can see they now have A and B on them. And they're to help you pick image A on the left bottom screen here, or image B on the right bottom screen here.
Oh,
it's really
okay.
simple. This little clock here will count down the number of seconds you have to make your decision. Provided you make a decision in that time, you're fine. And you can change your mind as much as you want until the clock reaches 0. But if you don't make any decision, you'll be fired before you even get to make another choice. I just want to say one more thing, mate. The pictures you choose to show of these people, well, that's how the public is going to perceive them.
Yeah.
It's going to affect their lives. So like with the adverts, choose carefully.
No,
and we're off. Good luck,
Okay.
mate. If I get time, I'll call you back in the next break. Yeah, I'm coming, darling.
My friend Janet says.
All right. Oh, here we go.
Who thinks dogs have their own secret language?
Yeah, the one that mistrusts the moon. 10 seconds, everybody.
Not the best source of consumer advice, then.
Don't blame me when it explodes. Going in 5, 4, 3.
Time to go over to Jeremy Donaldson for tonight's.
Good evening, I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Our main headlines tonight. Destination unknown. At the end of Advance's first full week in office, we ask exactly who's leading this charge. Tonight, I'll be discussing what the new future may hold with a leading economist and radical free thinker. With the Assets and Wealth Act on the brink of raising living standards for the vast majority of the country, I'll be asking my guests if we're on the way to a new future. Out with the old, Remington Smith have appointed Sophia Remington as their new CEO. The following photo, taken from our archive, gives us a sense of this influential firebrand who, at the tender age of 23,
She's a gambler.
the youngest female CEO in history. Sophia Remington has always impressed. She was top of her class at university and graduated with the highest honours, immediately being asked back to lecture. The markets have responded favourably to Sophia's appointment, with stocks rising 30 points in light of the announcement. In her first press conference this afternoon, Sophia announced a
So can I do I push 3 and 4 on my keyboard to pick?
will be all the rage this Christmas, but concerns have been raised about the
Snuggle hugs.
making a splash. Intrepid scientist Dr. David Wong and marine biologist Ingrid
I can, okay.
Morgansford have today set off to explore Dante's
Shut
cave. The recently discovered cave system was
Show them.
unreachable, but thanks to a new breakthrough in underwater
About ready to
technology,
box each other
they
up.
hope to successfully reach the imposing central cavern and the undiscovered plant species it contains. This is, of course, only the latest in a series of successful expeditions for this unlikely pairing. In a joint statement about the dangers their team might face, the pair stated, "We will face the plentiful challenges together, like we always have." Playing the field, rumours abound as sporting legend Johnny Hamsleeves is now leaving Bush, one of the capital's hottest clubs. The footballer was caught while out celebrating being named Sports Personality of the Year last week, as reported by this very...
God, I want it. Man, I wish I was doing a chaotic run.
Performance artist Tiffany Lamore.
You know, it'd probably be good for ratings if I,
Inside My Snatch has kept her firmly in the public eye. Could romance be on the
I'd probably get like viewership crazy high if I picked up one of these controversial pictures.
With Advance promising a radical new position on crime, how afraid should we actually be? I'll be going live around the country to talk to people who've seen the criminal justice system from every perspective. With more and more people saying
picked the
they're
gang.
scared to walk the
The
streets alone,
gangbangers.
could this be exactly the right time for Advance's new approach? All that and mega more with a group of young actors already experiencing the positive
I'm out of headline
of the
mode.
new Assets and Wealth Act firsthand. They'll be talking and performing later. That's all coming up on tonight's
2,
National
1.
Nightly News.
Oh, what? I'm working my keyboard like it's an actual mixing board and I'm killing it. Good enough, right?
In the wake of the government's swift enactment of the Assets and Wealth Act,
Okay, that's pretty good.
About Advance's first week in office and what the new future holds. Joining me are Katie Brightman, a leading economist, and Alan James, author of Alan James is Right, The Free Man's Guide to Waking Up. Alan, the government certainly haven't dragged their heels on delivering some of the legislation they promised. But what does the Wealth Act mean for us?
Nothing, Jeremy. We're still vassal slaves, we're just in prettier cages.
A confident dismissal there. Katie Brightman, do you agree?
I'm afraid I don't, no. I think that Advance have realised that the current economic system of unlimited, unending growth is untenable, so they're changing things up.
There I agree with you. They're moving to the next steps in the grand plan.
Grand plan, Alan?
It's all in my book. Alan James is right, Jeremy. We're to become the great
Alan James is right.
ignorant, sterile, and short-lived. That's what they want.
Or perhaps Advance have just realised that if we carry on the way we are, we will destroy ourselves and this planet in a mad orgy of consumption, if you'll excuse the colourful metaphor.
Yes, orgy is the right word. Only it'll be the overlords having an orgy on our poor broken backs. It's all in my book. Alan James is...
Shamelessly self-promoting? Katie, how do you think the rest of the world will respond to this new approach?
I think they're watching carefully. Advance are the most disruptive threat that the world powers have faced since the last...
They took his book away.
Yes, Katie's right. War is inevitable.
Thank you, but that isn't...
And this will not be a war like we've ever seen before. We're talking millions of deaths. We're talking high-tech weapons that can level entire cities. We're talking...
Out of the wrong orifices?
Mock me all you like, Jeremy, but when they murder your parents and they poison your food and they take you away to their camps for hypno-brainwashing, we'll be laughing then.
That might be a great way to sell books, Alan, but you know full well that isn't going to happen in a democracy.
Democracy is dead.
Yes, Advance are radical, and change is always frightening, but the truth is that the Wealth and Assets Act has made more than 90% of the population wealthier and is on target to produce a permanent end to poverty.
Bollocks! What this young lady doesn't understand, Jeremy, is that these are the same people.
I got that.
Maybe they've
I got that bleep.
but it's all a little circus.
I'm a
act
professional.
from seeing the tyrant behind the curtain.
That's where you're wrong, Alan.
Oh.
For a start, they've mobilised the youth vote like we've never seen before.
You say mobilise, I call it grooming. The grooming of an entire generation to walk happily into eternal bondage. They're like psychophiles.
But based on the facts, Katie, what are your predictions?
The Assets and Wealth Act is only the first step. Advance now have a historic budgetary surplus, and as well as properly funding our public services, they're already funneling unprecedented amounts into scientific research and the arts.
Or, as I call them in my book,
He had another book.
like opiates, see?
Can we get back to the issue at hand, please, Alan?
This is the issue. It's all coming from the water, the chemicals. They're pumping it full of belief juice.
Don't get me wrong, I want to see these changes, but only if they're sustainable. If Advance lose their power after spending half of our GDP on dismantling infrastructure, that could be catastrophic.
The catastrophe is that they're succeeding. They've got us sat
Alan
here
James
talking
is
about
right.
their puppet show.
All right, we're running out of time. Quickly, Alan, what does the future look like to you?
A bleak space where we've all been figuratively sodomized into submission.
Oh boy.
Katie?
We might be on the eve of a brave new world. God knows we need some change, but we need to be cautious. Let's walk forwards with our eyes open.
Two very different visions of the future there. Alan James, Katie Brightman, thank you for joining me. When we come back, I'll be investigating law and order before Megan meets some beneficiaries of the Assets and Wealth Act. That's all coming up tonight on the National Nightly News.
1 minute back.
Oh, I just got the ad just in time.
I hope so too, Jeremy.
How much are you being paid by them, then?
Shut the fuck up, Alan. I've never heard so much shit in my life.
Oh my goodness.
Well, we'll see who's full of shit, won't we?
Got his ass.
I can explain it to you, but unfortunately, I can't understand it for you.
She got you on that one.
Well, I don't know what she meant by that.
Well, she was right. Get wrecked, Alan. Okay. I hate the fucking news.
I'm just saying I do what I can, that's all.
shit you will. She's good. You know she is.
I've said a bit of wording. That's all I can do.
10 seconds, everybody. Little Jakey scared of the big bird. Caught you.
All right.
If that sticks, I'll destroy
5,
you.
4, 3.
Welcome back. In our second segment, we're going to be taking a deep dive into the state of law and order in our country. Advance have already passed what they are calling a solutions team to move this serious social problem to the top of the list. Tonight, we go behind the headlines to meet the people who live with the criminal justice system every day of their lives. First up,
I messed it up.
Gregory
Damn it.
Judge, a lawyer who sees the problems close up on the front line. Can you hear me, Gregory?
Yes, I've got you, Jeremy. Thanks for having me.
Okay.
What's it like
Not
on
so
the
bad.
front line of the hard face of the cold hand of justice?
Well, as you can imagine, Jeremy, we are massively understaffed in this country. We're working every hour we can just to try and cope with the caseloads on our desk.
Which must affect the quality of support you can offer.
Well, we can barely keep up with demand, Jeremy.
Oh.
There just simply isn't enough being done at a systemic level to relieve the problem. We need more support from ministers. We need more support from ministers. What are you doing? We need change at a structural level,
I'm
Jeremy.
leaving, Greg.
Time, darling.
It never is it? I'll be at my mother's.
Just hang on. No, the problem isn't a local one, Jeremy. It's nationwide. Just give me 5 minutes. I'm talking to Jeremy Donaldson.
Oh, have you mentioned your affairs?
No.
Ooh, affairs, you say?
Affairs of the Justice Department that we should be concerned about.
Hello, Mr. Donaldson.
Hello, Mrs. Judge.
We need legislation to relieve the pressure on our public.
All right.
Sorry to interrupt the news, Mr. Donaldson. Can I have a moment to tell my husband I'm leaving?
Yes, I totally understand. Quite the picture of a burdened legal sector there. Gregory Judge, thank you for joining us. Gregory Judge, thank you for joining us. Very different perspective on our nation's crime. Do you think there's a problem with the system, Bob?
I'm sure we all do, Jeremy. I am sure.
Oh, not again.
To the days when you could safely walk the streets of your community at night, looking in through windows and generally enjoying your neighbours without the risk of being terrorised by some thug with a knife or cosh.
So you feel the streets simply aren't safe anymore? Where have we gone wrong, Bob?
This is some pressure now.
It's not a simple question, Jeremy, but I think it all comes down to moral. We've diluted our culture and lost touch with what it means to be a citizen of this once great country. Also, as the vicar noted in Sunday's sermon, we probably shouldn't have banned hanging.
And to what do you attribute this moral decay?
Foreigners, gays and gypsies mainly. It's all in the Bible. Look, Leviticus clearly states that... Bugger, hang on a moment. Jeremy, your bloody gimps escaped. Delia, could you give me a little help, please, dear? As I was saying, Jesus didn't like immigrants.
Did I miss a bleep? Oh, no.
You think it's the immigrants who are responsible for the moral decay?
Absolutely, Jeremy. Back in your box, Clive. Back in your box.
Gimps
Delia,
escape.
I really could use a little help with this.
Oh, sorry, darling. I was
Ah.
Yes, I'm talking to Jeremy.
It's getting good. Stop.
Oh, Clive, you know it's Wednesday. Back you go. Back in your gimp space.
And whose responsibility is it to make a change, Bob?
Well, it is certainly not the responsibility of the decent, good, white people of this...
Okay.
Hold on just a moment.
Oh, Clive, this simply won't do. Naughty boy. Mummy said...
Clive, I am not having this again.
Mummy said, get back in your gimp space. You beast, Clive.
As I was saying, Jeremy, moral decay. Crime is the responsibility
This
of
is
the criminal,
wild.
no one else. Look, everyone has a sob story, but we don't all end up as barbarians, do we? Look, when our daughter Alice comes home with an A-, does she go on a killing spree? No, she takes 3 of her pills and hides under the stairs like a normal child.
Thank you, Bob. Bob Peel there, really locking down the police's position on morality for us. And finally tonight,
This is wild.
interrupted, it's time to get to the heart of the matter. Tony Dawson has recently been released from prison after serving 3 years for aggravated assault, burglary, and menacing a swat. He's agreed to talk to us today, which is also, I believe, his birthday. Many happy returns, Tony.
Cheers, Jez. Call me Titwank Tony. Everybody else does.
No, I'm not going to be doing that. Can you tell us what it's like in prison, Tony?
Titwank Tony. Prison's a mixed bag. Structure's quite nice, but It's a constant battle against institutionalization,
I think.
imagine. And obviously,
Oh man, I hope this
hard to come by.
I'm picking up that you're not alone there, Tony.
Titwank, Tony. Yeah, sorry, my friends are throwing me a surprise party. Good bunch of lads.
Okay.
I'm hoping that there's no interference while I'm trying to censor as well.
First, let me ask you this.
Oh, jeez.
Do you feel that your time spent in prison helped to rehabilitate you in any way, Tony?
Titwank, Tony. I don't think it's as easy as that, Jez. I don't think it's as easy as that, Jez. Sopen! Yeah, I think asking that is an oversimplification.
Oh man.
It sounds like it's getting quite busy there, Tony, but let's try and soldier on. Since leaving custody, have you been able to find a new job?
Yeah, all the boys are here. Big Chris, little Chris,
Big Chris.
and Vampire Chris.
Vampire Chris. Uh-oh.
This one's, yeah?
Yep.
They hired a stripper.
Tony's on the news. Rehabilitation's difficult with the current system, Jez. Just not set up for it, you know? It's inherently unjust.
So,
Oh, and they got a clown. All right.
I'm sorry, who's this guy?
You are joking. Chrissy's free bollocks has only got Mr. Fancy, oh. Only got Mr. Fancy, oh. Not now, fellas, I'm on the news.
It seems like we've caught you at a bad time.
The little boy.
Oh, I can't really hear you, mate. It's getting a bit busy here. Jesus.
Yes, we seem to be losing the signal there, Tony.
Fucking way, lads. Believe that.
Well, we're just
Okay.
trying to get that signal back. I think we... Yes, Tony? Tony, I mean, we were literally away for 2 seconds.
You still wait for 2 seconds.
Well, we seem to have lost our train of thought there a little. Hopefully you, the viewer at home, have managed to glean a broader understanding of the serious and complex issues around law and order. After the
Tony's
break,
lit.
Megan will be live with some plucky young thespians. Don't go away. We'll be back after these messages.
1 minute back, everybody.
Made it to the ad just in time.
Mate, I ain't got long and I'm quite drunk. It's been a great night. In this next section, there's a bit of music.
Music.
If you edit in time with the music, you can see the result on the Vision Mixer. And the
Vision
public
Mixer.
will love that. Don't worry if you don't know. You won't get punished for it or nothing. Just try and stay in the groove. Also, one last tip. When the music starts, turn down the broadcast volume. Right, enjoy the music bit. God, I love music. God, I'm so pissed. I think I might go and throw up in a bit.
Looks what? I've got this. I'm sure he's on his way. Come on,
Okay.
come back. How hard can it be?
What am I starting on? Camera 2?
10 seconds, everybody.
Yeah.
You're not open on Megan. Camera 2.
Yes, got it.
5, 4, 3.
Welcome's Black. I'm Megan Wolfe, and on tonight's Culture Spot, I'll be chatting
Welcome's
with one of
Black,
the
huh?
first beneficiaries of the Assets and Wealth Act, a team of inspiring young people from Scritchford Sixth Form College who today received a grant from Advance to take their play, Hey, Friendship, on a tour of local secondary schools. Welcome to you all. Well, let's start with you two, Harriet and Charlotte Winstanley-Hamilton. Girls, you must be thrilled.
We are, Megan. We're overwhelmed, to be honest.
And I believe you two are sisters, is that
No.
right?
Yes,
Ah.
Charlotte's my oldest. I'm the
Shit.
older, more
I messed
popular
up.
one.
Harriet and Trey were really the ones who came up with the whole idea.
So, Harry and I were shooting the breeze in the cafeteria, and I said, hey, let's actually do something.
So I went to look for a drama teacher.
But she'd been laid off due to budget cuts. Fortunately, I directed a pantomime when I was at university, so I knew the ropes, as it were.
Oh, right, yes, but you're the maths teacher, aren't you?
Yes, that's me, Jeff Algebra, maths teacher.
Maths is
Okay.
really important.
Oh, thanks, Steve.
Maths is really important.
Yeah, thanks, Steve.
As is theatre. It's one of the oldest art forms in history, Aristotle. I just think that when we travel around all these problem schools and the poor kids see us, they say, hey, I really want to be like those attractive kids. And that's a very beautiful and powerful thing. We touch our audiences and they touch us right back.
I suppose with a surname like
Wow.
Algebra, there was really only one choice of career for me. My wife, Angela, and I, we often laugh about it.
Angela Algebra.
Yes.
I did it.
Angela Algebra.
Yes.
We just want to bring a bit of song and joy into people's lives.
And teach people about the difficult issues. The issues in the play are what really matter.
And I think you're going to be showing us an extract from this play, aren't you?
That's right. To put into context, I play a young first year who's having some troubles at school.
Her character doesn't actually have a name, yeah, because in a way she's like all of us.
It's like a metaphor. Maybe she's you at home, or like maybe she's you, Megan.
Maths is really important.
Yeah, thanks, Steve.
Put it in, coach.
Yes, thanks, Steve.
Right, well, I'm going to have a little chat with your teacher while you run off and get ready. I can't wait to see it. That's it, that way. So,
Okay.
Jeff, when did you first hear about the grant?
2 days ago, a letter from Advance arrived at the school. Now, the
Okay, so 2 and 3.
thought it was all a prank, but his secretary retrieved it from his bin and brought it to me.
How? How did you react?
I also threw it in the bin.
I also threw it in the bin.
And Trey rescued it, and they rang the number at the bottom of the page, and next thing you know, we're on tour.
Wow. Well, I think we can all guess which way you'll be voting from now on.
Oh boy.
It's funny because Angela and I don't usually vote. We're not very political. I'm a mathematician, of course, and she's a paraplegic mainly. But we did used to watch that Peter Clements DIY show back in the day, and so we thought, why not? Let's have a go at this old democracy thing.
Okay.
And here we bally well are.
Good stuff.
Fucking brilliant!
So, let's have a look at a short section of Hey, Friendship.
Oh, no. It's broadcast.
Dear Diary, I'm not sure I can take another day at
Okay.
school. Another day of tears. Tears. Another day of fears.
What?
But still I
Oh,
walk the
right.
corridors alone. Alone. Dreading what might be around every corner.
What's around the corner? What's around the corner? What's around the corner?
Oh, hi Gary.
Oh heavens, no! It's Gary the Fist.
Gary the Fist.
Going somewhere, little first year?
Great. I've been looking for some poor victim to bully all morning. But will this make me feel better about my violent father?
Violent father. Excuse me, I'm late for maths. It's my favourite subject. And so important.
Maths is for losers.
What?
Maths is for losers.
My arm's stuck, coach.
Keep going, for fuck's sake!
Right, maths is for losers. Now, give me your lunch money.
Double lunch for me today, but why am I only
Oh, wait.
truly happy when I'm eating? Why am I only truly happy
This isn't music, though.
Not today, Gary the Fist. Not today.
What do you
Gary
mean
the
not
Fist.
today? Who are you? What do you mean not today? My arm's free, coach.
Brilliant, keep going!
Right, who are you to stand up to me? I, Gary the Fist. And you're just a sad little girl with two gay dads who's all alone.
That's where you're wrong, Gary the Fist. That's where you're wrong. These are my two new friends. Vanessa is captain of the netball team. Yeah. And Blake owns a motorbike.
Yeah.
But
This is awful.
I can't fight all three of you. And I don't have any friends of my own.
Take a look at me. Take a little look at my face. I could be you. She could be you. And you could be me.
Or you could be free.
Life can be peachy keen if you work as a team.
It's my choice to be made. So stop now, make a different choice.
This is just mind-numbing.
Hey, listen up, I won't take no crap. Who said middle class girls can't rap? I ain't afraid of your crew lads. I'm a mother-loving rebel, but I still love maths.
Oh, that was a terrible switch.
Hey, kids, I'm Gary the Fist. People think that folks like me probably shouldn't exist. But that's just prejudice, and I'd do better if you knew the way that I became Gary the Fist. I grew up on a council estate. The park
Damn.
was hip, but the
I am not matching up with this song at all.
come home drunk and late, and he'd hit my mum, and for dinner he had to wait. Where's my dinner?
It's not ready.
Where's my dinner, woman? Don't make me ask you again.
Hitting women is wrong.
I guess life's pretty hard on a council estate. 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 It's so damn hard on a council estate.
Life can be peachy keen.
Yeah.
I almost put it. Yeah, okay, stay off 3.
It's your choice to be me.
It's my choice.
So stop now, make a different choice.
Listen to that inner voice.
Friendship!
Yes!
Well, thankfully that's all we have time for tonight on the National Nightly News.
Thankfully.
Join us tomorrow night for all the headlines from across the country. My name's Jeremy Donaldson. Have a peaceful night.
And
Got him.
Oh, that was brilliant!
What the literal fuck was that?
I believe that was art.
I believe I've got a 14-inch cock, but it doesn't make it so.
I have a similar belief about an
Oh.
adequate paycheck.
Okay, I'm not broadcasting, so that's
Please
good.
get these twats out of my studio.
The telethon unlocked. Okay, telethon. A plus B. Sequence C was rough. Don't play the Mr. Snuggle Hugs. You have received your full wages, current wealth, broke ass poor. Yeah, my shares in 2 are up. My Illuminati shares are down. The PC shares are the same. Right on. Okay. I paid pretty good attention. I don't want to watch all that again. A late night, huh? You arrive home after another long shift to find a note waiting for you on the countertop. You recognize Sam's hurried scrawl. Chris has been evicted for not paying rent. I know where this is headed. Sam's gone to pick up Chris's stuff from the street. Don't wait up. Underlined twice. So this is my fault now. I do. You sulkily press play on the cheap horror film you were going to watch together. It used to absolutely terrify you as a kid, but always makes the two of you laugh. It's not the same without Sam, but you still chuckle to yourself occasionally. Is this like because of my not helping him? Probably. Just as you get to the good bit, the part where Candy decides to investigate alone, your 14-year-old son interrupts. He wants to go to a friend's house. He looks at you in a way only a child can, pleading but somehow defiant. Tell Charlie no. He knows he's not allowed out this late on a school night. Oh. How would I? No. If it was my kid, I would tell him absolutely not. Sorry, buddy. Voice gets louder and louder as he sees you are not going to change your mind. You pretend that it's for my own good, but really just want to be left alone. Wow. He hesitates. He knows he's gone too far, but in his rage, he can't bring himself to back down. Before you can open your mouth, he storms up the stairs and slams the door. You decide to give him space. You both need to cool down. You check in on your son before you head to bed. Yeah, I would do that. Quietly, you knock on Charlie's door, and when there's no answer, you quietly open it. Your son is under the duvet, sulking. He's determinedly facing the wall, but once it's clear you are not leaving until he talks to you, he sighs and turns to face you. He needs to learn to control his temper. He begrudgingly apologizes for his outburst, and both of you sleep much easier having cleared the air. That's right. That's how it goes as a parent. Sometimes. Day 48. Wow, a tight Christmas? I need a fucking raise. You can't help but crack a smile as you look around the table. The snow has settled on the grass outside. The kids are pulling a cracker while your elderly mother tries to keep her eyes open. Kids are pulling a what? Did you call me? Excuse me? You always did have a soft spot for Christmas. You're sitting at the head of You're sitting at the head of the table now, your dad's place. Been a tense afternoon. Everyone can feel it. It's the first time you've seen Chris since you refused to part with your passport. It's a big change for Sam. The two siblings used to be inseparable. Christmas is usually such a nice time of year. The clatter of cutlery is all that can be heard as Chris stares pointedly at you. Are you having a nice Christmas, Grandma? You make a toast. You stay silent. I would make a toast. You stand and raise your glass. Merry Christmas, everyone. I'm glad we're all here. There are murmurs of cheers and much clinking of glasses. Chris doesn't move. Yeah, we're all here. No thanks to you. Chris, sighs Sam. Come on now, it's Christmas. Can't we put that behind us? I wasn't talking to you. Yeah, no, I wouldn't say that. Chris turns away from you, taking some frustration out on a cheap cut of roast chicken. Your daughter Susie seizes the opportunity to corner you. You know how you love me? You chuckle. This sounds familiar. I'm not gonna like this, am I? Susie rolls her eyes. You know, me and my friends are planning on going traveling this year. Susie begins innocently. Well, I was hoping you'd help me with the money. She's interrupted by Chris, who makes a derisive snort. I wouldn't hold your breath, Suze. Not known for your generosity, are you, Alex? Oh boy. Yeah, I would ignore him. We'll see so many parts of the world and learn so much about other cultures. Susie gushes. You sigh and lower your voice. You know money is really tight right now that Grandma's staying here. We just don't have that kind of money, Suze. But please, Harriet's parents are helping her. Okay. Alright, fine. We'll find a way to make it work. What is money? Yeah. Sam interrupts. Sorry, were you going to consult me on this, or were you going to just carry on pretending I don't exist? Oh no. You feel your cheeks flush red and turn away so Chris can't see. You know you haven't been the most attentive lately, but this rebuke still seems harsh. Sam exhales. It seems to brighten, but luckily for someone, I agree. This is a great opportunity. I'm sure we can find... Okay. Sam isn't looking at me. Charlie excuses himself awkwardly as you start to clear the plates in silence. Have you had a nice birthday, Pat? Your mother chimes in cheerfully. Merry fucking Christmas. Well, that could have gone better. I think. A welcome windfall. You're leafing through the pile of accumulated posts. Each new bill pulls on your gut like a lead weight until a flash of blue makes you pause. Recognizing the teal advanced logo on the envelope, you tear it open. Dear Winston residents, thank you for sending us your passports for approval. We can now confirm their receipt and validation for the new Assets and Wealth Redemption Scheme. Hopefully this will make the last month of arguments with Sam worth it. As such, it's our pleasure to enclose a check which we hope you will see as a symbol, not only of our gratitude to you, but all our unwavering commitment. I'm losing my focus here. But of our unwavering commitment to creating a society free of inequality. The throbbing of your fresh, speed-induced paper cut is the only reason you can believe you're awake. A check, and a sizable one at that. Chris was right. Advance really are redistributing wealth. We will continue to strive for the betterment of this nation and its people. Forwards together, Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement. The weight of our financial burdens lessens slightly. It's bliss. I mean, it's other people's money I'm taking, but it does help us. Not worrying every day, that does help. Why does the zip on this damn case never close? It's your anniversary. Every year you and Sam go away for the weekend, usually camping. You're not made of money. You've been looking forward to it for ages. Finally getting some alone time where you can forget about the noise of life. No kids, no work, just a bit of romance and some peace and quiet. The zip finally gives up the battle and you drag the bulging suitcase down the stairs. The answering machine is blinking. Good evening, Alex. This is Mr. Bozeman. I'm calling to inform you that you will be required to work this weekend. Oh, frickin' sucks. Some information has come to light concerning the rising tensions between our nation and foreign powers, and the National Nightly News team will be working around the clock to ensure we break the story first. Needless to say, I will expect your attendance tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. sharp. Have a pleasant evening, Alex. What am I going to tell Sam? You're out of work. Sam comes downstairs brimming with excitement. Kissing you, they grab the car keys from the dish and start to load your bags into the back. I can't get fired. I can't get fired. Gotta make that money. You're going to go, aren't you? The voice behind you makes you whip around. You nod simply, and of course you are. Too much to expect for you to put your family first for once, God forbid. I don't know why I bother, Alex. I really don't. Oh no. Did I make the wrong decision? Uh-oh. I'm not a fan of this font. At all. Your son Charlie hovers at your elbow as you read. Do you find yourself striving to achieve? Are you an active member of the team? Do you like reaping the benefits of cooperation? Join the Advanced Go-Getters today. Forwards together. This doesn't sound like the youth club he told you about. Charlie grabs the flyer from you and thrusts a form into your hand. So I can walk there straight from school and Ben's sister can drop us home after, so you won't have to do anything. You sign the permission slip for your son to join the Advanced Go-Getters. Yes. Because I said no to his friend thing. It's a heartwarming to see him so passionate about becoming an active part of the community. This can only be a good thing. I hope so. A free ticket? Alan James, oh boy, this guy. Some guys at work give them to me. They can't go. Oh, you know what? Sorry, you can't read that. Sam stands in front of you, brandishing 2 tickets. You see the title in bold letters. Alan James is right in front of you. I'm really unsure. Did someone just walk in? Oh no, it's a tree. Okay. I'm really unsure. What do you think? Shall we go? Free tickets are free tickets. He's a character and it'll be hilarious for nothing else. I don't think so. Guy's a nut job. Why not? It's good for me and Sam to do something, I guess. The show is entertaining but much less funny than you thought. He's a powerful public speaker and something about it sticks in your mind. Lying in bed that night, wide awake as long as Sam's breathing turns heavy, it hits you. It was the crowd, not laughing but roaring. Stay neutral? Yeah, it sounds like me. A profitable partnership. Dude, what? Come on. After a particularly long day at work, it is you come home to find the post sorted into piles as Sam has taken to doing recently. Most of it's usual rubbish, but a letter with the increasingly familiar Advanced logo and urgent respond immediately plastered on the front in a correspondingly urgent red font grabs your letter. Get it over with. Dear Winston residents, this letter is to inform you that the Advanced government has taken another step towards forwards in our fight for inequality by nationalizing the largest private corporations and redistributing their resources among the citizens of this great country. Partnership Bonds program ensures that wealth created by the people is delivered to the people. I don't remember this being in the manifesto. Every household will become a partner in one of the 3 carefully selected institutions chosen by Advance for consistent high performance and financial security. Please note, all returns are based on public opinion and cannot be guaranteed. Please select one of the following. So, public opinion. So, I'm going to have to pimp one of these organizations out at work. Eye of the Beholder Incorporated. Whether it's cosmetic, clothing, or couture, we see the beauty in all our customers. Neil's Deals Limited. It's always a steal from Crazy Neil. Pleasure Corp. Our business is your pleasure. From sport to travel or even just some you time, you can't say pleasure without leisure. Pleasure without leisure. I'm going to say Neil's Deals because I like the slogan. It's always a steal from Crazy Neil. Thank you for making your selection. Please return this form using the envelope you provided. You will receive a report from your partnerships in 3 to 6 working months. Okay. The future of this nation is in partnership, or together. Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement. Thanks for looking up. Nice. All right, here we go. The Tempest. Okay. It's looking dark.
Good evening, Alex. It's Bozeman here.
Bozeman.
While you're powering up and getting the adverts loaded, I thought I should just tell you that we've had one of those public information films from the government, and it's mandatory that you play it. You still have a free choice for the other 2, so read those tape labels carefully, but make sure you play the advance advert, preferably at the second break. Right, that's the lot. Have a great show. Total pimp. My God, that looks nasty.
Crazy Neil. Advance. Advert. And check your prostate. It's important.
No. Sorry, are you saying he chose his imaginary friend in the sky over you?
I don't know why I talked to you.
It probably is a really awful date.
10 seconds, everybody. Like I said, all of you.
Did your personality accidentally slip out?
Pricks. Going in 5, 4, 3.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Donaldson.
And
Damn.
I'm Megan Wolf.
I borked that one.
Uncooperative. A mysterious symbol has appeared overnight on thousands of buildings throughout the capital.
Tonight, in an exclusive live interview with Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement, I'll be asking what this mysterious symbol might mean.
After 3 months of record-breaking approval ratings, could this be the daring first move of a silent resistance movement? And what would that mean as we go into the future?
We shall overcome. Trapped in Dante's taint for more than a month now, doctors Ingrid Svorsborg-Horgensvoord and David Wong announced today that they're considering 2 possible options.
With 2 of the finest minds in science working together, hopes are still high for the eventual return of the team to dry land.
Without enough engineers to successfully fix their craft, the team seem likely to attempt to farm the cabin's ecosystem while they wait for rescue from above ground. I think I'll stick to risotto, Jeremy.
LaBeouf avoided. As the last Mr. Snugglehogs is found and destroyed, we ask, how could we have been so blind?
Fortunately, this station wisely chose not to advertise Mr. Snugglehugs, and the subsequent disappointing sales turned out to be a miracle, as only 7 children were horribly injured by the lethal toy. How much worse could it have been? Thankfully, we'll never know.
Julia Salisbury, who mobilized numerous government resources to recall the product immediately after the first blindings.
Okay, so good. So Mr. Snugglehugs is like an exploding toy. Good thing I didn't advertise that for sure.
Table for 2. Johnny Hamsleeves and Tiffany Lamore were spotted having a private moment out at lunch today.
Test result.
Have certainly been on a roller coaster since they started dating late last year. And this image is sure to place them firmly back in the tabloids.
Could we be on the verge of the biggest celebrity wedding since professional wrestler Randy Grizzlenuts McFridge married his
Randy Grizzlenuts McFridge.
Tiny Hands last year in a wrestling ring made entirely of cake?
Is this once celebrated role model about to become the bad boy of sport?
And onwards and upwards. In an attempt to put the Mr. Snugglehugs disaster behind them, Remington's Fist CEO Sophia Remington today
Remington's
announced a
Fist.
brand new product that already has the markets buzzing with interest.
This groundbreaking product came as quite a shock when it was revealed earlier today. Though
Lord Master.
that the young CEO can fulfill her promises.
Described as a breakthrough far ahead of its time, the male contraceptive pill is heralding a sexual revolution. Its fans are celebrating
All right.
the fact that
I think I
men
picked
can
right.
finally take equal responsibility for contraception. But others have expressed concerns over its safety and side effects.
With that exclusive prime ministerial interview
Okay.
coming up later.
And our very own Patrick Bannon live at the first annual Sports Board final.
You won't want to miss a second of tonight's National Nightly News.
Uh-oh. Oh boy, okay.
But first tonight,
Oh.
while Advance is certainly proving popular with the majority of
Damn,
the country,
borked that
seeing
one.
their wealth and standards of living increase considerably. For some, the transition has not been as pleasant.
That's right, Megan. The formerly aristocratic members of our society have had to make major adjustments to come to terms with the new regime.
Robin Short is in suburbia investigating rumours that these previously privileged people may be planning some kind of protest. Robin?
Thanks, Megan.
Okay,
I'm here
got
at
him.
Moderate Hatchings to talk to
No, not again.
Penelope Somerset Bentley, who were relocated to the house you see behind me after Advance passed the Assets and Wealth Act on their first day in office. Tell me, how are you settling into your new lives?
Well, quite frankly, Robin, we're not settling in at all. Our neighbours are whitewatters.
It's simply untenable. I hope you'll forgive my language, but it's as steaming as a Wednesday hatch basket with too much spatting.
Steady now, Penelope. Sorry, Robin, my sister's under a lot of pressure. She had to dress herself this morning and she still hasn't quite recovered, Robin.
My goodness, that must have been quite a shock.
She really struggles with women's, Robin.
Well, at least you've been rehoused in a nice big house.
Such a speech impediment.
This grubby little gaddis spatch only has one staircase.
And the breakfast room and the dining room are the same bloody place.
Oh, not again.
Having everyone's grub in one room. One room, Robin.
So what would you say to the people that feel that your family has had it far too easy for far too long, and that these redistributions are both fair and just?
I hardly think we've had it easy for fussle's sake. Only one of our swimming pools was even heated.
But realistically, what can you do?
Well, you've asked the right bloody question, Robin.
Thank you, Wentworth. I wasn't the youngest ever editor of the Swinstead Middle School Inquirer for no reason.
I think our toilet butler was from Swinstead. Dear George. Oh, I wonder what happened to him. Daddy tried to shoot him in the buttocks and he ran off into the woods.
Okay, made it. God, this is some pressure now.
Tragic, but what can you do?
We will
Nice.
wise and rebel.
We will wise and
Our
wabel.
revolting rulers with righteous words and rebellious writings. Our best guess in our quest for redress is to divest our breasts and an undress bare chest protest.
Oh, what's that?
Oh boy, here we go.
Daddy! Please don't do that. We can't show this on the news.
Right, you buggers! Carry ho! Tilly! Get the dog!
Tilly's our mummy. She's proper cracked off too.
Oh, not again.
You are showing some shame.
Free at last! Somerset Bentley, glad to meet you. See, the protest has started already. Nice sharp work, boy.
Thanks, Daddy.
He gets that from me, you know.
And forgive me, what are
Come
you
on,
trying
come on.
to achieve here?
We just want to be fucking well heard, that's all.
Language, Penelope. We are nude, not rude.
Sorry, Daddy.
We want the world to realise we won't roll over and run away. We will revolt. We will rise again.
Yes, we bloody
Okay.
well will. Stuff and piff pop.
He shot him in the leg.
Well, Jeremy, Megan, as this embryonic protest movement takes one in the toxic.
Okay, I'm going to 3.
Back here in the studio, I'm Robin Short, struggling surreptitiously in Moderate Hatchings.
Thanks, Robin. Well, that's certainly a story we want to be keeping an eye on, eh, Megan?
Speak for yourself there, Jeremy, but I've seen enough sharp work to last me a lifetime.
I'm sure you have. But can a naked protest movement ever really catch on? It doesn't seem like the way we do things in this country.
But as I'm sure you're aware, Jeremy, this country is becoming a very different place.
Yes, but seriously, who's going to run around naked in our weather?
Hopefully not you, Jeremy.
Yes, well, there wouldn't be enough canvas for the slogans.
When we come back, our very own Patrick Bannon will be live from the Sports Board Finals. Stick around, you won't want to miss it.
We'll be back after these messages.
1 minute back. Oh, sorry, I'm busting. Oh.
She's funny.
Yes, I know. I think it's very endearing.
She wants your job.
She's welcome to it. Why is it raining on my desk?
Alex, Boson, we're getting reports in that naked protesters might try and spoil the sports board final by waving their fleshy bits about. Try and make sure you don't broadcast it. It's 6 p.m. for God's sake. No one wants to see fannies on the news. Bozeman out.
All right, you got it. All right, crazy Neil. Keep that rolling.
That's what it says.
Yes, I understand that, but I always say welcome back.
I think we should just keep it.
I always say welcome back.
I've got one hack line.
What's that supposed to mean? I didn't write it, Jeremy.
That's all right, fine. Jenny, there's something wrong with the auto cue.
10 seconds.
Oh, I just felt a drip again. Have they not fixed this?
I want to see us fry. It's good for the ratings.
5.
Okay, so that was a cue. So she's starting.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News. I'm Megan Wolf. Coming up later, we'll be speaking to the Prime Ministers about their exciting new healthcare facilities, transition centres.
Nice to see they care.
You're absolutely right, Jeremy. But first, we're going now to our own Patrick Bannon, who's reporting live from the finals of the new game that's gripping the nation, Sports Board. Patrick?
That's right, Megan. You join me live here for the final of the first annual Sports Board Championship. It's been a hotly contested competition so far.
Okay.
I think it's fair to say
Interference is going to happen, I'm sure.
all season. First up, we have Ellie Striker. She's the more experienced of our two players today. Striker has got an accuracy of 7, a danger rating of K, and a 12-month driving ban. Striker's known for her signature move, the lanky hamster. And facing her tonight, hoping to prove himself with a career record of 12 outs, 14 finishes, and a divorce pending, it's Mr. Wingspan himself, Tommy, the Fingernail Harris. Just waiting on the ref now. The slapping ceremony is taking part.
The slapping ceremony.
Still going on. And, Striker, of course, first to start as she won the trivia round earlier on by some margin.
Wait, what's going on?
Perhaps the brawn and not the brain. Stupid. Eddie Striker. Nice start there from Striker. She's determined not to let the nerves show. Not after last time. On to Mr. Harris now. Tommy. On to Mr. Harris now. Tommy. Using his arm to pick up the ball. Using his arm to pick up the ball. Not a bad shot there from Harris. Back to Striker for shots number 3. All right. She's gone to sort of throwing it under her legs. Not bad if you ask me. Go the way. To Harris. Bit of business with the ref, but it got sorted out. Back to Harris now. A ball in the hand is worth 2 in the bush.
Football. Move back.
I'd say that's fair, but what do I know?
What do you know?
Oh no, and Harris is not going to be happy with that. So really not a good start there for Tommy Harris in round 1. We can only hope that round 2 treats him a bit better. But first, of course, after the argument with the ref section, it's time to change ends. Now we have the ceremonial changing of the ends. And of course, now they go back to the starting positions, as that makes sense. Striker giving it large.
Second round, Harris.
Winter round 2 now with Harris. Okay, we seem to have some sort of streak on the pitch. I apologise if we broadcast any of that stuff.
Stay off 4.
We have slogans across her breasts and arse. Try and ignore all of that. Security, I'm sure we're going to take them out as soon as possible. Apologise if we broadcast any of that. As I said, we're going to get the situation resolved as soon as possible. They're trying to carry on play, but it's proving a bit difficult, and I'm struggling to follow because it's quite an eyesore, and women's bodies. Yeah. All right, great. Okay. So back into round 2 now, and Harris absolutely determined to close that massive gap. Eddie Striker. No, it's just some of the tightest play I've seen ever. No, it's just some of the tightest play I've seen ever. Harris. And was that the fitted thumb screw? We haven't seen that at the heats. What a brilliant move. Back to Striker. And we know what that means, ladies and gentlemen. That is, of course, the ground sound. Excellent bit of play here on both sides of the bucket. I don't know about you at home, but I'm finding the technical mastering display here absolutely blooming jaw-dropping. The ref has spotted something in Harris's neck or head. And Harris is having an absolute shocker. What a miss.
Oh no. I thought it would be dramatic.
But now, of course, it's time for the half-time show. Sponsored by Remington Smith.
On my whistle.
Must be some music here to start the half-time show. Okay, another posh protester loose on the court here. We can only apologise for that. We'll do our best to shield you from having to look directly at it. Is running around here with his genitals on display for all to see. And ruining what was shaping up to be quite the dance interlude there. Now he's thrusting himself in Harris's face. Security's on it. And the bucket has been knocked over.
Oh.
I cannot stand it when the bucket gets knocked over. Hopefully he'll get taken out now. Genitals flying around for all to see. Really, if you ask me, not Sunday morning television. And out of there, hopefully taken away, never to be seen again.
Final poses. Ball boy cannot be in the final pose.
And a lovely finish there on both sides of the bucket. I wouldn't like to call that one. And as we head into round 3, I'd love to know what's going on.
This is wild.
Heads. But unfortunately, because of science, we can't. Thank you. Not bad.
Who's going
Boys
first?
give me the eye all day. I don't know what's going on. Striker there, not a great start. She looks a bit flustered, I think, after all that swinging around. Back to Harris here. God, what I wouldn't give to be that ball. I'm all right, ladies. Tommy Harris. And it dribbled down his arm, which is actually a really good move, because, of course, if it dribbles down his arm and goes on the floor, it's not going in the bucket. Back to Striker. And Striker's gone for the animal bonus there, but of course, perhaps... And yes, Harris has countered with a tiny bell. That is wonderful play. Of course, we've seen that before. Look at her face. She is
crazy.
What a mud.
I have no clue what's going on.
What a massive shame.
Harris receives possession now.
Harris to serve now. Harris, of course, undefeated by Kestrel in his last 4 battles. So, here we go. Tommy Harris. That's all right. Not bad there. He threw it quite far away from him, which is quite a good idea. Very clever there. Perhaps a little contact, a caution from the referee, who's being, if you ask me, a little bit harsh. Eddie Striker. And she's let the nerves get to her. What the hell was that? You hate to see it, don't you? You cannot believe it. Oh, for God's sake. Okay, like, I mean, this is a mess now. I don't know what I can be doing about this. I mean, sort of breasts and genitals for all to see. I mean, there's only so much I can do. They're sort of everywhere, aren't they? All right, I'll try and carry on. The players are trying to carry on, but of course it's difficult because these protesters, hopefully we can get them taken off soon so we can carry on with the match. What's going on here?
Oh, I missed it. Damn.
Yes, very good. Take them away. Bloody wasters. Absolute wasters. Oh, jog on! It's an absolute bloody... Okay, and now we're going to go into the final round. And of course, as it's a Tuesday, the final round is a mime round. Who could believe it? Nice imaginary shot there from Harris. It really could go anywhere at this point. Really high-level play here from 2 absolute juggernauts of the sport. Hold. The bucket getting moved back to its proper place. About time, if you ask me. She's juggling it around from her hands. Interesting. Juggling it around from her hands. And she's put it in her mouth like as if it was an egg. And now she's and she's spat it out. She did the egg spit. So a wonderful move there, quite late on from Striker. But she's in it to win it. On it like a car bonnet. On it like a car bonnet. Tommy Harris here, having a bit of beef. Tommy Harris here, having a bit of beef. And he's peeling it as if it were a banana, which is an interesting move. Not sure if he hasn't had his potassium or what's going on today with him. And he's trying to have the banana was the ball. What a fantastic move there from Harris. Unfortunately, that is the end. What a pathetic. There we go, Jeremy. That is over. How can he look his 8-year-old son in the face tonight? What a lump. We just have to wait for the
Man, I got quiet on that one. I was locked in.
Contestants in, please. And the winner of the first annual Sportsboard Championship is everyone!
Okay, the ref has decreed once again
Everyone.
a win for everyone, including me as my 15th win in the Sportsboard Championship. I'm going to be celebrating tonight with my wife and children. Another wonderful victory for me. Here come the on-site security to collect their medals, their 6th and 7th respectively. And thanks again for watching the Sportsboard Championships. What more is there to say? I'm Patrick Bannon. Looking forward to celebrating tonight. And all that's left to say, Jeremy, is back to you in the studio.
Patrick Bannon had an extraordinary final.
Historic sportsboard, Jeremy.
I didn't know you were a fan.
Oh, yeah, I can wrench a doubler with the best of them, I'll have you know.
I certainly wouldn't bet against you.
When we come back, I'll be talking live with Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement, who apparently have a big announcement you wouldn't want to miss.
That's coming up after these messages.
Ooh, hit the ad. Just in time.
Fucking microphone shocked me.
What?
Fucking microphone just shocked me. Where's that sound guy?
Everything okay?
Oh, the mics are just trying to kill us now, apparently.
You'll be fine. You're unshockable.
I'm immune to your cheap flattery.
I'm wearing you down.
Postman again. Just heard from the chaps in maintenance that this storm is causing the odd power surge, and some of your controls might be a bit, dangerous. Now, I know you're tough, and you can take the odd shock for the sake of a perfect news broadcast, but too many in quick succession can stop.
Okay, so now my equipment's trying to kill me. Great.
Decisions.
Postman out. We seem to have sprung a leak. Well, several, actually.
You're going to need a whole new lining up there. Triple seal,
We'll look into it.
Minister, it's so good to see you again.
Miss Wolf, your star seems to be in the ascendant.
It's a great time to be alive.
Too bloody right, Peter Clement.
Megan Wolf.
Sheesh.
She's tougher than
I meant to push 2 and I pushed 3.
Am I here? Here, with Mr. Clement on your left.
Right you are, pet.
You'll see, Dan.
10 seconds, everybody.
No, mine's 5. Have you had a little accident?
Cheeky cow.
5, 4, 3.
Okay, here we go.
Welcome back. I am delighted to be joined by Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement. Welcome to the National Nightly News, Prime Ministers.
Oh, please, it's just Julia and Peter.
We don't believe much in titles. It doesn't seem very advanced.
We're delighted to be here.
Well, firstly, I should ask how you feel about the graffiti that's been springing up across the capital. Should we be worried?
Oh, no, you definitely shouldn't be worried.
Well, not unless you've got a fatal paint allergy anyway.
But yes, it does seem that there are still some people we haven't been able to help.
You know, whinges.
People who've yet to benefit from the many advantages of the new future.
And you know, Megan, as my old mum used to say,
having
there are
some
pissants who just don't know how to be happy.
We're working hard to reach these people, find out what they're angry about and how we can
I'm
help.
forgetting my controls.
The door to my government is always open.
Someone's dripping on me.
But we didn't come here to talk about what may yet turn out to be some alternative art project.
Which we no doubt will have funded.
When we want to talk to the nation about something far more exciting.
Yes, your office briefed us that you have an announcement to make, but they were being
Just missed that one.
secretive about it.
Let me ask you a question, Megan.
Oh, okay, it's not usually how it works, but...
What scares you? I mean, really scares you?
It's death, Pet. She's talking about death.
We're all afraid of our deaths. It's part of being human.
Sorry, are you saying that Advance have cured death?
Cured death.
Definitely a drop there.
But while we may not have cured death, we hope we found a way to make it much less scary.
And much less painful.
All right. Okay. Doing okay. Doing good.
Which is me close-up camera.
Oh,
okay?
so yes, it's kind of cool like that.
When I was 13, my mum came and got me from school. He had to go to the hospital. My granddad, he'd collapsed that morning, so we'd all to say our goodbyes. And I went in to see him. We were all frail and pale. I was scared because I'd only seen him the week before, and he'd been fit as fiddle. And he said to me, Peter, he said, it's the right time. I don't ever want to be a burden to the people I love.
Was that the last time you saw him?
Nope. 3 days later, we were back home. He lived with us for 9 miserable years after
Come on.
that. He had to be fed with a rubber spoon. He had a commode, so he'd just take a shit right there in the lounge while we were watching football. He wouldn't even wait.
Just made it.
Sounds.
It was awful. It were awful for us, and this is the point. It were awful for him. He could see it was destroying me, man, watching him slowly fade away. And he would beg her to turn off his breathing equipment at night, but she couldn't. Or she wouldn't. It were a crime, you see. And she didn't want to lose the children, as well as her old man.
No family should have to suffer like Peter's did. And now no family will have to. The health service is today opening the first of 300 new transition centres.
The transition centres will handle everything for your last days. The legal, financial, medical and emotional costs are all catered for and paid for by the government. So even the poorest citizen gets to pass on with dignity when they choose.
And that choice is important. This is a service only for people who choose it. For people who feel they've run their course and don't want to burden themselves or their families with a slow, long, humiliating decline.
Are you okay?
I don't know.
Wow, that was a bad one.
Oh, we're still on the air, Peter.
Yes, sorry, my apologies. Oh.
Are you not worried that this new system might be open to abuse?
In what way?
Sorry, I've got zapped again. Can I get a little bit of help here?
The
Ow.
generation might feel somewhat.
Jesus, I rolled your face, fucker. That one was massive. Right, no.
Sorry, that the
I
older
let go.
generation might feel somewhat coerced.
Coerced into spending their final days eating gourmet
I'm gonna
food
die,
and
I
drinking
swear.
fine wine and luxury spas and gardens.
Look, I am perfectly capable of with a rusty twat.
Prime Minister, please watch your language.
Go get yourself sorted out.
Right.
We're launching a government information film tonight. It should tell your viewers everything they need
This is
to know.
not going well.
You really do move at a breathless pace. It's hard to believe yet to be able to do it.
I am gonna die, I swear.
And on that note, thank you both so much for being here. Jeremy.
Right, yes, that's all we have time for tonight. Thank yous go out to our guests. Congratulations to all the winners at the Sports Board final. And we'll see you tomorrow night at the same time. My name is Jeremy Donaldson. If you can, have a peaceful night.
And we're out. Good job, everybody.
Ow.
So they just...
Did I just
I
die?
suppose there's any way this could be a good thing.
It's my nephew, so we transitioned the moment I saw the leak.
New challenge unlocked. Okay. Segment grade E. Ooh, is that bad? Ooh, that's bad. A slight dock to pay. Why? Okay. keep on going. I don't want to set the world on fire. The lockdown.
Alex, oh thank God you're alive. It's Jenny, the floor manager. Are you okay? Alex, you need to get it together. Look at the broadcast screen. Just look at it. That's all we've been putting out since you went down. You have to fix it, now. Look left, Alex, out the window. See? They're all over it, little bastards.
What the what?
Charge to clear that many off. Hold down the big button until it's fully charged. Then release it to zap.
What is this?
Excellent, Alex. We're broadcasting again. They must have built up while you were napping. Usually it only takes
Serhat Yilmaz, hello. How are you doing?
There's a lone one climbing now.
I am from the United States. Where are you from?
Quickly, Alex, fry it. Great.
There, okay.
Seems to be the last of them for now. Right. We're about a minute out. Get the
This
advert
is
loaded up.
weird.
I've got to deal with my pet idiot. And Alex, keep your ears open. You'll hear them climbing up the tower. Don't let them build up.
This is odd.
This has no credibility, Jenny. No professionalism. It's not a mess. Everything is where it should.
Oh, is this during
ramshackle and
COVID?
characterful, and I'd expect you to know the difference. Of course, Megan's place looked lovely, but I can't see it, can I?
Thanks, Jenny. How's lock-in with the boyfriend going?
Decided to take his chances on the wild streets, eh? Rather than endure another romantic comedy.
Okay. So now I gotta keep
Jeremy,
the broadcast going
Yes, I can hear her.
while also shocking the friggin' bears off my
I
antenna.
know, I can hear her.
Shall I count us in?
Make it so.
Okay, 10 seconds.
Hey, here we
Break
go.
a leg, everyone.
Preferably a furry one.
5, 4, 3.
Good evening. I'm
Shit.
Jeremy Donaldson.
And I'm Megan Wolf. Our main stories tonight.
Snugglefox, it's been almost 5 weeks since all the Mrs. Snugglehugs toys woke up simultaneously in factories worldwide and began searching for their husbands. The Mr. Snugglehugs we had so short-sightedly destroyed. And now, as this photograph suggests, they may be changing tactics.
Built to surprisingly traditional gender stereotypes, the Mrs. Snugglehugs have been arming themselves with a variety of household implements. All the more reason to make sure that cat flap
Using
is
that
taped
one.
up
No,
good
this one.
and tight.
Armed with blunt weapons, the Mrs. Snugglehugs are only ankle height and therefore able to be kicked away easily by young, healthy individuals. They do, however, pose a particular risk to the elderly or those with pre-existing medical conditions like fatal bruise syndrome.
Going stir crazy, with no signs of Mrs. Snugglehugs' batteries running out, and the government lockdown now in its 31st day, domestic relationships across the country are taking some unexpected turns.
Dramatic reports are beginning to emerge of uncharacteristically bold behavior in homes across the country. And we're not talking about the model planes that occupy so much time in a Donaldson household.
With dating options limited, many house sharers, in particular students, are finding solace in co-tenants they'd previously rejected as unfuckable, indulging in an activity that has become known as snuggle tugging.
Going it alone, popular crustacean Johnny Hamsleeves is back in the news today as his astonishing photograph that he linked himself shows exactly how he's been spending his lockdown.
It seems that when the lockdown was announced, Johnny's long-term partner, Tiffany
Yeah.
Lamour, was busy in the capital preparing her new show, Chocolate Clit Bombs, for its now postponed grand opening.
Chocolate what bombs?
Let's hope the exhibits don't melt.
It's great to see a celebrity using their time wisely, as the government suggests, by developing a new hobby or fetish, and most importantly, by keeping your spirits up. Nice to see Johnny doing his little bit.
The shape of things to come? In their own version of a lockdown for more than 45 years now, the descendants of Doctors David Wong and Ingrid Svorsborgen-Horgensvoord and their unfortunate team today managed to get a personal statement to the surface using flagellized imaging equipment.
Many of the Svorsborgen-Horgens brood, as they've come to be known, have certainly captured the public imagination, with a recent vote naming Helvetica Svorsborgen-Wongensvoord the most likely to survive a massive electric shock.
Helvetica's Forsborg and Wongensford here with a little update from Dante's Taint. This year's going to be our biggest ever harvest and autumn's just 2 weeks away. Or at least that's what we think.
All right.
There's no real day or night down here and all the clocks broke a long time ago. But if our calculations are right, we think that for you up there it is Wednesday the 4012th of January, or as you call it, Pissmouth Day. Or possibly Boxing Day if we're a bit out. So happy Pissmouth! I hope you get all the presents you asked for left under the Pissmouth tree. I'm hoping to complete my collection of rocks. See you in September. Helvetica out. See you in September.
It's hard to believe they've been down there so long now.
But as everyone knows, time moves differently underwater, Jeremy. That's why goldfish are so stupid.
That's right. As anyone will tell you, the deeper the bowl,
the thicker the goldfish.
There's no denying the logic of that.
That's
Class war, a worrying turn today for the formerly rich as ever more punishing measures are announced, Alex.
With the country becoming ever more hostile to the previous well-being, those who managed to skip the country must be very grateful to the people who help them right now.
We have it from several sources that rich runaways have actually begun to spontaneously lose their teeth one by one. Is it some sort of cosmic justice, or has masked vigilante Dental Dennis been up to his old tricks again?
Excuse me.
And Advance speaks out. With the snuggle struggle proving a test to governments around the world, Advance HQ released a curious statement this afternoon.
In the accompanying release, they asked us to stress that they have been listening and that this should be taken as a response to how the people really feel.
We've certainly done our bit on this show to contribute to the political climate. But let's not forget, how we behave in our home lives is what really matters.
Let's hope it's not just me who filled out that questionnaire, Jeremy, or we're all in trouble.
Let's play that statement.
Evening. Apparently, we need to have a chat about playing by the rules.
Keep pushing
The other night,
censor
I was
button.
at my local park for research purposes.
Damn,
and there were a
I've
bunch
just
of lads
tanked my
having
friggin'
a kick
viewers.
about without a care in the world. And not only did they refuse to let me join in, they wouldn't even let me have a swig of their white stripe. Laughing and joking they were, like there weren't a national crisis on. Until one of them little pink demons followed them home and kicked the shit out of their nan. So, I've got two things to say to you young, fit folk. One, stay at home. It's not for you. It's to protect your Aunt Mabel and Bill next door. And two, always share your booze with your Prime Minister. The old man used to say, there's only two types of folk. Then we will help you across the road with the shopping, and then we will kick you in the fanny and nick your macaroni. So don't be a pasta snatcher. Stay at home. Have a brandy. And it'll be all over before you know it. Thank you.
Delectable stuff.
Later tonight, Jeremy will be catching up with brave roving reporter Patrick Bannon, while I check in with two friends of the programme who find themselves stranded at opposite ends of the country.
And then, in part 3, there's going to be a quiz. Presumably because there's nothing more important going on that you might like to report on if you were, say, a news programme.
And in a moment, we'll both be asking Sophia Remington how such a trusted brand can have made such a terrible manufacturing mistake.
With what it describes here as help from popular psychic scientist Delia Lywell.
Oh, I like her.
Why do you do that?
That's all coming up on tonight's
National Nightly News.
His space.
First tonight, how did we get here? Where are we going? And most importantly, who's to blame?
Joining us from her ranch in Arlingsfield, Milkirky is the CEO of Remington's Fist, internationally respected business Bengali, Sophia Remington.
Thank you for having me, Megan. I'm a huge fan of your work.
And from a crystal healing laboratory, what I assume is a garage in Upper Lowington, inexplicably renowned psychic scientist, Dr. Delia Lywell. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having us. Sorry, us?
Myself and the eminent professors.
Is that what you call the voices in your head?
The voice seem to attract dead scientists. I don't really know why.
The money?
They express themselves to me through ethereal algebra and quadratic predictions. It's all very technical.
No, it isn't.
I concur. Miss Remington, the entire Snugglehugs range will surely go down as the biggest public relations disaster in history, won't it?
Well, of course, that's one world record we would never have sought to claim.
What can you say at a time like this?
There is only one thing that can be said. I'm sorry. We're sorry. From everyone here at Remington's Fist, but especially the dedicated inventors,
This is an American.
world-beating engineers,
The first American.
we are deeply, deeply sorry. Who could have predicted that letting a child's toy learn how to love could have such unforeseen consequences?
Mary Shelley?
We see you, Sophia Remington. You are preening by a metal vessel, and where you venture, you will see neither land nor sky.
Is that supposed to be the future?
Only the past is concrete.
Got him.
I remember being a child
Bork in
in my
this one.
grandpa's workshop when he made the first dancing hangman toy.
Did it again.
He put it by my bed, and when I couldn't sleep, I'd wind it up and let it go, and I'd watch that happy little executioner just wiggle and wave his tiny noose and dance before my eyes. Grandpa sold thousands of them, on the quiet, obviously. And he used the money he made to found Rimming Toys, which is now just one small part of the global supermassive megacore that is Remington's Fist. Sadly, we lost Grandpappy along the way. He died in a fire at the preschool tobacco factory, another one of his pet projects. But we never lost his spirit of invention.
Yes, I'm not entirely certain what your grandfather's offensive toys have to do with the current predicament.
The spirit of invention, Mr. Donaldson. The passion to create, to problem solve. And that is why I'm here today, to tell you about a brand new product we're launching simultaneously around the world from midnight tonight.
We said science! Science! We hear its song on the breeze, its breath on the wind, its fart under the covers.
How does she do it?
Well, please, don't keep us in suspense any longer.
It won't be my feature she's making up next.
Remington's Fist is proud to present Snuggle Traps. Safety and security in these dangerous times. Each box of Snuggle Traps contains 8 devices, all guaranteed to stop a Mrs. Snugglehug in its tracks. That's enough for a small lawn or 4 window boxes. And you want to know the best thing? They're only $129.99 a box. Now that is affordable peace of mind.
We see you, Jeremy Donaldson.
Not now, honey, I'm mid-pitch. The best thing about Snuggle Traps is they're powered by next-generation Flardinium batteries. So, however long the enemy lasts...
Flardinium batteries.
We see you, Mr. Donaldson. You are screaming and yelling. Your friends are crying. They fear you. And then you're gone.
Oh my god, I just got chills. Did anyone else just get chills then?
I think I did.
I think it's more concerned. I think I'd be more concerned about these traps. Quickly, before we go to the break, these appear to be attractively packaged.
God damn it.
Aren't they dangerous, say, to children?
Oh, hell yeah. These are not toys. But they're explosive fun.
Sophia Remington, Dr. Delia Lywell, thank you for joining us.
When we come back, we'll be taking a look at the situation across the country tonight.
Don't go away. We'll be back after these bandages.
After these bandages.
Is that all right?
Oh, yes, Doctor, that was exactly what we did.
She seems very nice, that young Miss Remington.
I think she'd make an interesting dinner guest.
Do you think so? I think I'd rather spend the evening shoving Delia's sacred crystals up my skeptical arsehole.
Hello, mate. It's Dave. You're not going to believe this, but I've decided to come home. Listen, I'll call you back at the next break and we can talk about how I get me job back. Cheers, Alex. See you, mate.
You decided to come back after what? Getting fired?
I cheated, rather, because I trained a dog to talk. You can get down on all fours and yap like a dog for only $22.99.
Yeah, well, it's been a long time coming. Exactly, you said it, I've said it. He must know, he's not stupid. I just don't want it getting back to him that it came from us. No, Jenny. You're not backing out on me now. We're in this together. It's gonna work. I've made the cake, you're on the balloons. I've got no idea how old he is. 40? 17? Yeah, ready. Okay, coming back. In 5, 4, 3... Welcome back to the National Nightly News. I'm Megan Roof. Now it's time to take a trip around the country to hear how the lockdown might impact the nation from some friendly faces. Joining me are respected academic Katie Brightman and author of Alan James's Kites, Alan James. Thank you for joining me.
It's a pleasure. Thanks for having me, Megan.
Thanks, Megan. It really is a pleasure, Katie. I enjoyed our little heated encounter.
I wish I could say the same.
So first off, Katie, how are you coping?
I'm holding up okay. The lockdown directive was so sudden that, like many people, I haven't been able to get home.
Oh no, what happened?
I was staying at a hotel after an international policy convention, and we had a particularly heavy night out. You know what economists are like.
Notoriously hate splitting the bill.
And I overslept, and as you can imagine, I've been here ever since. But there are certainly people much worse off than me.
Exactly. My tour has been cancelled indefinitely, and I've had to refund every single ticket, even the cheap seats.
Oh, Alan, I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah. People are being quite rude about it. They don't seem to realise I've already spent it filling the beach house with beef.
The crisis claims yet another victim.
So, this is just a reminder that my book, Alan James's Reich, is now available in paperback.
Unbelievable.
What was that?
You're unbelievable.
So, Katie, how do you think this might affect the economy? Should we be worried?
Very, Megan. Not to sound dramatic, but this could be catastrophic. Unemployment has skyrocketed, and frankly, it will be a miracle if a lot of businesses can survive this.
There you go, scaremongering again, spreading this latest liberal hoax. That's what they want. They want us quiet. They want us compliant. And they want us inside.
A hoax? How on earth can you say that, Alan?
Well, I haven't actually seen one of these supposed toys. Have you?
Well, no, but...
Did you know 3,000 people die every year from regular toys? That's a lot of people. And this is no different. You're just as likely to be hunted down by a yo-yo or a tennis racket.
He makes an excellent and persuasive point, Katie.
Don't listen to her, Katie. The press are the enemy of truth.
She's agreeing with you, Alan, you absolute shit.
Well, then I must be wrong.
Alan, are you now recanting your statement that these toys aren't dangerous?
People are saying they're just like normal toys, and that simply isn't true. Corrupt media lies.
Katie, how do you respond to Alan's claims that Mrs. Snugglehugs might be dangerous after all?
I suppose I guess I'm agreeing with him.
Thank you, Katie. I appreciate your support. A lot of folks are saying this Mrs. Snugglehug situation will all blow over, but it
He's
won't.
eating a sandwich.
Yes, right, exactly. We need decisive action from the government. We need huge financial support to protect our workers and our businesses. We need to support the vulnerable, and we need
to repent. Exactly right, Katie. We brought it on ourselves with all our liberal indulgences like art, cake, and healthcare. We need to act now and begin sacrificing our firstborns, or to push a beloved family pet.
Absolutely, Alan. If we can all successfully come together as a community and perform the ritual, hopefully we will appease the great ancient. Katie,
The great
could it be any
ancient.
worse?
Luckily, over the past few years under Advance, they've invested heavily into health, so the system can actually bear the strain.
Is it lucky that the Llama Lords have unleashed a horde of man-made monsters on its own people to conceal the enemy within?
Will you just stop for 5 fucking seconds?
The Global Alliance of Fish People are amassing an
They're in the same place.
amassing an army to kidnap us.
That's you. That's what you sound like. That's you. That's what you sound like.
But
Meh. Meh.
I don't sound like that.
Yes, you do.
You do, Alan. You do sound like that.
And that's why no one...
What is going on? This is insane.
No, you haven't.
I don't think you do, Alan.
Yes, stop lying, Alan. Yes,
Not lying. You are.
Oh, good one. Oh, good one.
Well, I'm telling.
Alan James, Katie Brightman, thank you for joining me. Some real food for thought there from two of the territory's leading minds. Any moment now, I'll be heading over to Jeremy, who is going to be bringing us an up-to-the-minute report of the status of the nation. Over to you, Jeremy.
Thank you for what I'm sure was a reasonable debate, which really contributed to the national conversation. Next, out on the streets, someone who's always doing exactly that. It's Patrick Bannon. Are you there, Patrick?
Hello, Jeremy. Yes, hello, I'm here. I'm here live. Apologies for the quality of the
It's all fake.
couldn't find any cameramen or women.
I'm getting it now.
Join me, so I'm out here on my own.
Although
Right, and
he's not fake.
Like out there.
Yep, I can. It's as you can see behind me, the streets are currently completely deserted. And my question, Jeremy, is just how long? I mean, could there be danger lurking around the corner, waiting to end the fledgling career of this young, promising journalist before his full potential is even realised? Will he die, underappreciated by management, and frankly, if you ask me, very, very much underpaid?
I don't think there's any danger of that, Patrick. What's that on your jacket there?
Well, that's actually a sponge. What I've done here is made a snuggle-proof jacket, Jeremy. The network didn't bother sending me any PPE, so I've been forced to improvise. In fact, showing sort of resources.
Okay, so this is technically, definitely a COVID thing.
From your point of view, Patrick, just how safe are our streets?
Not safe at all, Jeremy. Not safe at all. I'd recommend people staying inside, following government advice, and not putting themselves at any risk at all. Unless, of course, like me, it's for groundbreaking journalism reasons.
And just where are you, Patrick?
I'm in the street, on the street.
Which street?
I think I'm struggling to hear you, actually, Jeremy, there.
Which street? Which street are you on?
Oh, which street am I on? I'm just looking for a sign. I'm on Bannon Avenue.
Bannon Avenue?
Yep.
Bannon Avenue.
Yeah, no, I can hear you fine. Yep, I'm on Bannon Avenue on the sign, it says there.
Like Patrick Bannon?
Oh yeah, that's strange, that's a weird sign. I don't know what's going on there.
Where are you really?
I'm on Bannon. Alright, fine, I'm not on Bannon Avenue, I'm at home, to be honest. Alright, fine. Well, I'm in my bathroom technically, but you know, I couldn't face it, to be honest, mate. You know, it's terrible out there.
They're faking it.
They're everywhere. I'm sorry for lying.
We don't expect any less of you, Patrick.
You hear that sound?
I can, yes. I'm no expert, Patrick, but it sounds unmistakably like a tiny fist tapping on your door there.
Oh, fuck, it does. Oh, fuck, Jeremy, shit, no! Oh, bollocks.
Perhaps there's a small queue of tiny fists, each wielding a different gendered household implement, ready to bash in the heads of lying little roving reporters.
But you're lying, aren't you? Oh, shit, fucking, listen to me, you bastards! If you're out there, just to piss off, you little fucking snuggle fuck! I'm too talented to die! Okay, it's fine. Oh, God.
Don't worry, Patrick. I'd say you've got a few seconds before they break their way in there and finish you off. What do you see, Patrick?
Oh, okay. Wild.
Thank you, Patrick, for that report, showing the nation, and more importantly, management, just where you belong. It's time for another break, but when we come back, we'll be hoping to take your mind off the world for a little while, and who knows, maybe even bring you a few smiles. Join us after this.
Got it.
You're damn right. Yeah, I had them delivered. Yes, to Bannon Avenue.
Oh, it's just gonna turn into Five Nights at Freddy's mascot crap. What? What? What is this?
Aging. Possibly more so. We need to come together. Every single one of us. And do...
No, I'm not.
Get out of here.
I'm not going to. I don't have to. No,
This is
you're
gonna be
being a
tough.
child. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. No, no.
I'm losing my freaking mind here.
4, 3. Welcome back to the National Nightly. Well, welcome back anyway. We know isolation isn't easy, so finally tonight we have something a bit different for you. Even though some people felt it's not our job to entertain the public with absolute nonsense, other, more important people overruled those people. So it's time to find out who will National Nightly win and who will National Nightly lose. So, how do we play? Well, joining me is a man who knows all about playing. It's Tommy Harris. Hello, Tommy.
All right, Johnny. It's good to see ya.
And how are you finding the lockdown, Tommy?
What do you mean lockdown?
The enforced isolation of everyone in the country.
Ah, yeah, I think I heard about that actually, yeah.
Okay, this is gonna be tough.
You're in bed, Tommy.
Yeah, you called during that time, so... Yeah.
Of course, that's my fault. So, why don't you tell us how the game is played?
Well, it's pretty simple, Jeremy, you sausage. I'm going to ask contestants from around the territory 3 questions about what else, yours truly. And those people are going to get a chance to win a very special prize.
And what are they playing for, Tommy?
Drum roll, please. Drum roll, please. Jeremy.
Oh.
Jeremy. Thank you. This.
What?
Oh.
But I've signed it, so...
Oh, well then, what a fantastic prize.
Have we got anybody waiting to win this once-in-a-lifetime prize, Jimmy?
I believe we have Angie on the line. How do you feel about winning this man's old pants, Angie?
I've never been so excited, Jeremy. And can I just say, I love you. Both of you.
Well, you've said it now, haven't you?
Oh, Angie, I love you. In a way. Tell us about yourself, Angie.
What can I say?
Okay, I'm locked in now.
Always has been. I'm a human woman, and my dental hygiene has been described as acceptable.
Brilliant! Right, well, shall we get this shambles underway?
Absolutely, John. Can I get 30 seconds on the clock, please?
We haven't got a clock.
Yeah, I did ask for a clock. So
Well, why don't you start, and I'll stop you when it inevitably becomes unbearable to watch.
I love it. All right, here we go. Time starts now. Question 1. When is my birthday?
The 13th of August at 7:19 a.m.
That is absolutely correct. Question 2. What? I said, what is my favourite colour?
Crushed praline 4.
Correct, the colour of my nipples. Angie dear, what is my star sign?
That's a trick question. You were born outside of the human understanding of the cosmos.
Unbelievable, that is correct. Stop the clock.
This
Wow,
is
that really was tough to watch.
lunacy.
How did you do, Tommy?
Well, Angie, my love, you got every single question right. Which of course means you lose and win absolutely nothing. Thanks for playing, Angie. Bye. Do we have another contestant on the line at Jelly Bean?
We do indeed. We should have Sonia Artleach. Are you there, Sonia?
Of course I am, Jamie, darling.
Thank you for being here, Sonia.
Big mwah.
Damn it.
Let me guess, you work in theatre, don't you?
Is it that obvious? What gave it away? Was it the glamour or poise?
It certainly wasn't your inherent sense of humility.
Tell us about yourself, Sonia.
Oh, well, if you must play this game. I am a theatrical agent. I represent the likes of Rudy Beefman, Samuel Coffeecup, and Jodie Carpetburn, among...
And how's the lockdown affected you, Sonia?
Well, they may have closed the theatres, shut the studios, and boarded the cinemas, but they won't get me that easily.
How are you managing without any work?
Due to a savvy clause in all of my artist contracts, I am able to claim my 15% from their unemployment benefit.
Wow, that certainly is sharp.
Standard stuff, standard stuff.
And can I ask, where are you speaking to us from?
Well, I work from home, you know, to keep costs down.
And who's this?
Oh, well, you know, when they gave the order, I was actually
I know this guy.
the client, so we've been isolated together.
No fucking way!
What the fucking fuck?
Is that Tommy Harris? I'm a huge fan. Can I just tell you how bloody brilliant you are?
Actually, Jeff, we're about to play a game, aren't we, Tommy?
We've got time,
Well, if it's not too bold, I think I am in love with you, Mr. Harris.
No, it's not too bold. That's all right. Don't worry.
Hey, I'd love to show you some of my stuff. I've been working on some new shit.
Well, at least you're already aware.
During lockdown, we've been workshopping some of Jeff's ideas for much younger children, haven't we?
People still let you know their children, do they?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I've been developing some shows for younger children.
Well, we'd love to see it, wouldn't we, Gerbil?
Absolutely dying to.
Right, so, what do kids love?
Timely child support payments from their absent fathers.
Shallow and overproduced musical numbers?
That's right. Animals! So, I'm trying to address the things that kids need to know, but through a medium that they'll understand. Do you understand?
I think, yes. I think so, yes.
Jeff's one of my best clients, aren't you?
I am, yeah. So, the first one we've been working on is called The King of the Jungle's Mortgage Repayments. It's about a lion who's having problems with his interest rates.
I see. Does he have a broker?
He does, yes. He's a porcupine. How did you know that?
Well, your work is universal, darling. It speaks to people.
I'm going to say something to you, mate. I think you're onto something here.
Oh, the bear,
Oh,
you
yes,
bear.
yes. Right. This one is much better. So, this one tells the tale of Mr. Bear. Now, Mr. Bear is a very sad bear, because all of the other bears don't think that he'll amount to much, and they tell him that his plays are lazy and derivative.
I think you're onto something there.
Now, Mr. Bear is a tragic figure. Picture this. He's at his lowest ebb. The trees are closing in. He can't even face his salmon, can he? But then he meets someone that will change his life forever.
This is fucking gripping.
That's right. He meets a wise, old octopus who takes him under his wing and says, "No, Mr. Bear, don't be sad. You're not like all the other bears. You have this ambition and these dreams."
Such fucking dreams.
I think I love you, Jeff.
And what you need, says the octopus, probably doing an 8-armed gesture or something.
What you need to do to find happiness in this crazy old forest is you need to set yourself more realistic goals. It's called Mr. Bear Lowers His Expectations.
Ouch.
Wow. You really have taken yourself to new depths. And what do you want children to take away from this?
Oh, fuck shit.
What?
I said a more realistic worldview.
Are you alright, Jamboree?
It's Jeffrey. My name is Jeffrey Donington.
No, stop. How does it end? We need to know how it ends.
Well, all the animals learn a thing or two about inevitable mediocrity.
And Mr. Bear settles down near to his parents' cave, stops trying to make his band happen, and he goes into bear telemarketing.
Becomes a bear maths teacher.
Oh, and we end... We end on a big musical number. Oh, there's dancing. It's very repetitive, so it's catchy but not too challenging. Well, if you like, I could go and get my boombox.
You switched my fucking camera for me.
Why not? The more the merrier, as they say at orgies.
Right, I'll just fill then, shall I? Coming up in a moment, it's the world premiere that nobody saw coming.
Lights!
Or wanted. At all. I can only apologise in advance for what we're all about to endure.
You turn this shitting thing up. Well, there's all sorts of creatures down on Dangly Doodle Farm.
Oh boy, here we go.
Wise old Mr. Octopus with way too many arms. There's Mr. Pig and Mr. Cow. They're always in good mood. But that's 'cause they don't know they'll soon be sliced up into food. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where your hopes go to turn into despair. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where your dreams go to die. Mr. Raccoon wants to go to the moon. He'll end up as a bus driver soon. Mr. Porcupine thinks he'll read the news at 9. He'll end up as a janitor who stinks of turpentine. Mr. Tiny Mouse thought he'd own a massive house. Ended up in a bedsit where he can't control the louse. Mr. Horse thought he'd go into professional sports. Now he's an alcoholic and he's on his third divorce.
Jeez.
Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's the place your life becomes an endless questionnaire. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where your hopes go to die.
This is absurd.
Your expectations. Maybe you could get a job in telecommunications. No matter how you try.
I have no clue how I'm supposed to
the best you'll get is
do like this multiplier thing.
Operations. So lower your expectations. You'll never win an Oscar, so there's no congratulations. The future that is coming will not meet specifications, and no amount of visualizations will save you from your own deterioration. Mr. Bear,
I saw something in the mirror over there.
that's a tramp who thought he'd be a multi-millionaire.
Something's weird.
What's that over there?
What is that?
That's where self-esteem goes to die. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's the disappointment that is waiting everywhere. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where your schemes go to die. That's where your dreams go to die.
Hey Tim, this game is wild, man.
Thanks all for what I'm sure is bound to be a classic of children's entertainment.
How you doing tonight, Tim?
But now, let's see how it's really done.
Before we wrap up the news tonight, I just wanted to spend a moment talking to you directly. A final thought, if you will, just for you, Alex. You see, I know you think it's gotten complicated back at the old homestead, but there's something.
Grinding away at some edits. I hear you, man.
You like to think you've got the family rule, the feelings have cooled, and you're just ridiculed. You think you're even-handed, but there's no.
Ugh, man. What kind of edits you working on, buddy?
You like to think you've got it under control. Well, if that was your goal, you better re-roll. Did you have a few too many at the watering hole? You clearly love your daughter more. Now Chris and Sam are broken, 'cause you're too scared of the law. And Charlie's getting angry, locked behind.
You bastard. Right now, doing some commercial real estate stuff. Right on. Good stuff. Fuck off. I'm being a television broadcast producer. while also fighting off swarms of homicidal toys. Because that makes sense. Stop.
That's all we have time for tonight on the National Nightly News. We'll be back tomorrow when Jeremy will be wrestling an alpaca and I'll be naked. I'm Megan Wolf.
Ooh, all right.
Have a treacle night. Oh.
You're watching the FNAF lore to say yes. Yeah. FNAF lore gets pretty wild.
What is that pest? Do you think I'd be happy with that?
She's Scottish?
You're out of your mind.
Oh my goodness. I'm awake. What's going on? Did I just get murdered? Oh my god, my first sequence was an E? Oh no. I just got an achievement, but I didn't see what it was for. Oh, that's not good. Woof indeed, sir. Ooh. Well. I know you just got here, Tim, but sadly, it's time for me to end the stream because I'm actually like 18 minutes over. Ooh, I unlocked additional content. That's cool. Yeah, but I'm sleepy and I am gonna call it a night. So thanks to everybody who dropped by. Thanks to all my new subscribers on YouTube and thanks to all my new followers on Twitch. And I will be back Monday to that feels purposeful. It's not purposeful, I promise. I'm supposed to quit at 11 EST every night, but I got caught up in trying to finish that segment. So but yeah, so thanks for everyone who dropped by. Thanks for stopping by, Tim. I know you just got here and I'm cutting stream and I feel bad, but good luck on your edits, buddy. I hope they go well. And I hope you make tons of money from it. So, all right. That's it. That's for me. I'm out of here. At least you caught me. That's right. But have a good night, Tim. And I will